Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic stream. Thank you guys so much for joining here in our divisional round here in the NFC. We have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers. That's right, a rematch from week 3 earlier in the season. And so we will see who will win this time. Obviously, the Green Bay Packers coming in here fresh off a bye week. Aaron Rodgers says his toe is looking good. So we'll see how that looks like for him. But hey, the Packers, all I know is that offense has been looking really good before obviously having the bye off last week. We'll see how the offense looks here coming off the bye week. But more importantly for San Francisco, can they generate pressure on Aaron Rodgers and can they stop Davante Adams? Last time these two teams played, Davante Adams, they threw it to him 18 times in terms of targets. Let's see how this looks like today. They hand the ball at the shotgun to Aaron Jones right up the middle. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the carry there. That's going to bring up second down coming up here for the Green Bay Packers. Second and about 6. And so, but yeah, I mean, what another fantastic season by Aaron Rodgers. We're looking at and just what he did the last half of the season there. I mean, over 20 touchdowns, no interceptions, almost 2,000 yards passing. He has been lights out. Let's see if he can play like that today. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here from the 35-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Rodgers has it. Rodgers has time. He throws it, and it's caught by Davante Adams. Speaking of Davante Adams. And so Adams picks up 14 yards in the play. Some 49ers think that they have the football there. Let's see if the referees say he was down. Okay, Green Bay's football for sure there. So, yeah, that's a first down there. So now we're looking at 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. And so, Michael, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going? How is it going? And congratulations to your Bengals. Literally just watched that game. So congratulations to you guys. How am I feeling? I am feeling great. Thank you so much for asking. I am feeling great, but appreciate that. But I know you got to be feeling good as well with Cincinnati advancing. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Looking on to see who you guys going to play next. But that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Meanwhile, Jones, he ran it up the middle, lost a yard in the play. So now we got 2nd and 11 coming up here. First quarter, 13 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. Packers are in the huddle. Let's see what they come up with. And so, Braden, what's good? What's good with you? You say happy you're doing better, JB. I appreciate that. Absolutely, guys. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I am feeling great, but appreciate you. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 11. 3 receivers on the play. Rodgers has time. Throws it to the back of the backfield. And so Jones makes a couple guys miss. And so, oh, man, he takes it for 19 yards all the way to the San Francisco 33-yard line. And let me know, guys, who you guys rooting for in your final score projection for this one as well. Me personally, this was a tough one because I really want both teams to win. However, I feel like this is going to be Green Bay's day. I just feel like it. I've said it before. I think Green Bay gets to the Super Bowl this year, and so that means obviously getting past San Francisco, but I think it's going to be a very close game. Can Jimmy G show up, or will he be Jimmy Freeze when it's all said and done? We're going to find that out. We're going to find that out. But Braden says, go, Pack, go. There you go. All right, Rodgers looking. He's going to try to throw it there to the back of the backfield. They try to set up a screen there. San Francisco read that one perfectly there, and that's incomplete. So now we've got 2nd and 10 coming up here. Again, it's the first drive of the game here for Green Bay, and they've already moved it into San Francisco territory here. We're at the 33-yard line. Let's see what Aaron Rodgers has in company. Of course, if I'm San Francisco, I'm thinking get pressure on Rodgers and stop Davante Adams. If I'm San Francisco, he's not going to be the guy to beat me because we know what he's capable of doing, and that's not the guy that you want to get hot right now. You do not want that. 80s, what's good? What's good, 80s? I send my condolences about what happened with your Eagles and stuff. But, hey, how is it going with you? And, yeah, I am feeling pretty good. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Meanwhile, Rodgers right down the middle to Davante Adams. He picks up about a good 10 yards on the play and a first down. So just like that, here in the first quarter, 12 minutes left to go here in Green Bay with the first possession of the game, trying to get the first points of the game. With Aaron Rodgers, if you don't get pressure on him, I'm telling you, he's going to kill you out there. I mean, he is just lights out. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10 from the San Francisco's, 23-yard line. All right, now we've got a couple tight ends here, 2 receivers and 1 back in the backfield. Rodgers up under center. Snaps the ball with 2 seconds left on the play clock. They hand the ball to Brown, who's trying to go to end around there, and he is caught by Mr. Bosa himself. That's going to be a 1-yard pickup. Now we got 2nd and 9 coming up here. 2nd and 9 from the San Francisco 22-yard line. But yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. And he says, Michael, how are you feeling? Yeah, Michael, let us know how you're feeling. Hope you're feeling good as well. Absolutely. And of course, for San Francisco, we know what that defense has, particularly that front four. And so really, I wonder how healthy is Nick Bosa. Obviously, he's out there, but how healthy is he really? They need him to be 100%. Guys like him, Fred Warner, they need those guys to take over defensively for them. Meanwhile, Randall Cobb goes in motion. They take the snap. They've got 3 receivers and a tight end, and they hit Adams across the middle. Once again, he picks up 11 yards on the play. Already, my man Davante Adams, he is going to work already in this one, early and often. Got to love that about the connection that's shared between him and Aaron Rodgers. And so Mike says, I thumb you up, go Pack. And so what's good with you, Mike? What's good with you? I know you're ready for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that game as well. So many good games lined up this week, guys. And you just got to enjoy it all. You got to enjoy it all. Absolutely. But I appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you guys press the thumbs up button. So they got A.J. Dillon in at running back, 3 receivers. And they're going to hand it to Dillon up the middle. And he's going to pick up 5 yards on the carry. In a game like this where it's cold, having someone like A.J. Dillon who can come in off the bench, that's going to be huge for them. I think he's going to have a big game here. I expect about 2 touchdowns at least for A.J. Dillon in this one because of his size, the weather, and then as the game goes on, he'll be a bigger factor. All right, guys. Well, here we go, guys. Now we got 2nd and 5. We're at the goal line now. We're at the 6-yard line. Rodgers up under center here. You've got, let's see, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. Rodgers snaps it. They give it to A.J. Dillon right up the middle. And so Dillon lowers the shoulder, and look at that for a touchdown. Green Bay caps off their first drive of the game with a touchdown. That's how you open it up in the playoffs right there. And so give this team 6 points, and with the extra point, it'll be 7. And so we're here in the first quarter. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. But the opening drive of the Packers, they just drove it down there through the air, on the ground, and so they finished up with a touchdown. Gotta love it. Let's see how San Francisco is going to respond because they're going to have to be able to respond to this one. But good job with Green Bay here, opening it off there with a touchdown. All right, extra point attempt is up, and it's good. All right, so it's good. Let's see if San Fran can respond now. We know there's so many ways that San Francisco can move the football here, so I'm excited to see what they got dialed up here for their first drive. But right now, the score, Green Bay 7, San Francisco 0. Here in the first quarter, 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. And see, Azure Shack, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say that's not a good play for the Niners, and so there you go. And let's see, Mike says, not so fast. My Bills are no walkthrough, JB. Hey, you're right about that. My dad told me to pass on a message to you and let you know that the rest of the way he's riding Buffalo. So he's counting on you guys and the Dragon to hold up and support him as well, because he's going to be rooting for Buffalo. We had a conversation before this stream. I said, I'm going to be rooting Bengals in the AFC the rest of the way. And he said he's going to be rooting for the Bills the rest of the way. And so there you go. Michael says, going to play Buffalo next. So Michael says it's going to be Buffalo next. Okay. Bet. I like it. Michael says, hey, 80s. And again, right now, if you're just tuning in, we are at the commercial right now. But Green Bay, they went ahead and capped it off there with an A.J. Dillon 6-yard touchdown run to cap off their first drive of the game in the end zone. But Aaron Rodgers, he was 4 of 5, passing the ball for 54 yards. Davante Adams, he had 3 catches for 35 yards as well. So they looked for him early and often in this one. But yeah, I've got Green Bay winning this one here. And so if I had to give a final score, I'm thinking Green Bay's going to win final score being something like 33-24. 33-24, Green Bay over San Fran. And let's see, Adishak says he's got San Francisco. Okay, so Adishak, hey, he's been right with the predictions so far. So absolutely, I hear you there. Braden says 27-20 Packers. Okay, bet. 80 says Bill Belichick sent JB some medicine, the same stuff he used to bring his son to life. Love it, love it. Well, hey, it definitely works. I'll give you that. Absolutely. Vikings new age. What's good with you? What's good with you? You said, guess who's back? Back again. That's right. Your boy is back. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I assume that you're going to be going for San Francisco in this one. So obviously I know that you're not going for the Packers in this one, but absolutely looking forward to seeing your final score for this one. Let's see. 80 says 33-30 Packers. Okay. Bet. I mean, but hey, for both of these teams, though, I'm so happy for them. I'm happy for their fans and stuff. You know, I got a lot of friends that like both the Niners and the Packers, so this one was tough to choose between the two. But I think Green Bay's just the better team here. Meanwhile, kickoff's on the way. And let's see the return here by San Francisco. And whatever return it is, taking it all the way to about the 39-yard line, it looked like. I thought he was about to take that one to the house. If he made one more guy miss, he would have. Inside Shack says, tell a friend. Absolutely. Let's see. Vikings new HS. So obviously I want Niners, but Packers going to win. Okay, so you said the Packers are going to win, but you want Niners to win 34-23. Okay, I get it. 80 says, Mike, get the table ready. All right, here we go, guys. We got Jimmy up under center here. Got a fullback, a back in the backfield. George Kittle's in that tight end, 2 receivers as well. Meanwhile, Packers, they got a lot of guys at the line here. They send 5 guys from the line here. They're going to run the ball off the left side there. Picks up about a yard on the play. That was Mitchell with the carry. So now we got 2nd and 9 coming up here at the San Francisco 41-yard line. Again, starting off a great field after that kick return they had earlier. 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, and they're trailing 7-0 to the Green Bay Packers. But I like that. Mike, get the table ready. Brandon says, I wish JB was wearing a green hoodie. Yeah, that would make the stream very interesting. All right, so, look at that. We got some movement here, but who moved first? I'm guessing false start here. All right, so false start in the offense. That's going to move him back 5 yards there. Still 2nd down. And let's see. 80 says Michael feels great because the Bengals won. And so, I know he's going to be celebrating. Michael says, I'm hanging in there. I'm not 100%. And so I definitely hope that you're improving, though. Absolutely hoping that you are improving. Meanwhile, they toss the ball there. That's Deebo Samuel, that a receiver, and he's going to pick up 2 yards up the middle. That's going to make it 3rd and 12 coming up. So 3rd and 12 coming up here for the San Francisco 49ers. These are the situations. If you're rooting San Francisco and all like that, ideally you want it to be at least 3rd and 6 or shorter. But on the 3rd and 12, you have to have some plays where you can convert. Give Jimmy some time there. And Jimmy has got to play smart here. You cannot be out here turning the ball over. Y'all got to protect him, keep him upright. Don't let him take too many hits early in this one. All right, so here we go, guys. We got Jimmy in the shotgun. Got the fullback next to him. You got 3 receivers on the play, 1 tight end. Green Bay sends 4. Jimmy's looking. And, he's going to get tripped up. I don't know who the left guard is on that one, but he fell on his behind. You cannot have that happen in the playoffs on 3rd and long. And you're in the interior of the line, you can't do that. Oh, my goodness. That's embarrassing, 75. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing, guys. Like, he just fell backwards. It's one thing to get beat, but to get beat like that, that's not a good sign. All right, so 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Green Bay, they scored in their first drive. They're up 7-0. And now we got San Francisco punting the ball. Punt's on the way. Let's see if we're going to return here. He says get away from the ball. And so, yeah, that's going to be at the 25-yard line there. So Green Bay's going to take over for their second drive of the game, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And let's see what Aaron Rodgers got in store here for drive 2. But right now they lead 7-0 here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the NFC divisional round. Let's see, Michael says, yeah, Bengals barely won. And so, hey, whether it's barely win or win, a win is a win. And that's all that it takes to move on in the NFL. Sometimes you're going to dominate. Sometimes you're going to get lucky. But as long as you're advancing, that's what matters. I like Joe Burrow's composure that he showed for the Bengals. In spite of getting sacked 9 times, my man was as cool as can be. I get sacked 9 times, I'm gonna be looking like Kyler Murray did against the Rams. If I get sacked 9 times, I'm gonna be running around. I'm gonna be just throwing the ball out of bounds, some of everything. But he kept his cool, and ultimately it paid off for him. This team never stopped believing in themselves. Let's see. Vikings New Age says that Bengal game was insane at the end. That's Ryan Tannehill for you. That's Ryan Tannehill for you. 80 says barely gets the job done. You're right about that. You're right about that. I mean, I will take that over what happened to my team. So I will take that. Let's see. Braden says touchdown. Shaqzilla, let's go. And so, I know you're excited about that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if the Packers can come out and score another touchdown. Wow, that'll be one heck of a start here. And again, if you're just tuning in right now, we are at the commercial. But, hey, make sure you guys do remember to press the thumbs up button here. And let's try to see if we can get to 30 thumbs up before the half here. That's going to be the goal that I put for this one. Let's try to exceed 30 thumbs up in the first half. Let's see. Vikings New Age says, I wanted Bengals to win, so it worked out. Yeah, same here. I was rooting for the Bengals as well to win that one over the Tennessee Titans. Although with Derrick Henry back, I want to see Derrick Henry have a big game as well. But ultimately, I feel Tennessee would have probably been better off had they just kept Corey Davis, opposed to trading for Julio Jones. Ultimately, you traded for a guy like Julio Jones for moments like this, so that way you don't end up falling just shy, but still, yet again, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But shout out to Cincinnati for what they did. That was big time. Let's see. Mike says 49ers. Okay, bet. I just checked. Says Ryan Tannehill played bad. Yeah, that he did. 3 interceptions. That was pretty bad. All right, but here we go, guys. Coming back from the commercial here. Again, Green Bay is up 7-0. And now let's get ready for their second drive of the game here in the first quarter. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. You look at how cold it is. You know, this is Aaron Rodgers, like 32nd time playing in this type of weather. Meanwhile, you've got Jimmy G. He just has not played in this type of weather. So just seeing how Jimmy's going to respond in this game, that'll be interesting as well. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Multiple tight ends. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. 1 running back. They throw the ball to Adams. That's his 4th catch of the day. Adams makes the first guy miss, but he's tackled by the linebacker there after picking up about 7 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd down coming up here for Green Bay, 2nd and 3. All right, so we got 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Green Bay Packers. And anytime you do your work early on 1st down, you make life a lot easier the rest of the way. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Trips towards the top of the formation. Devontae Adams towards the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap. Tosses it out to Jones. And Jones off the right side. Pick up the 1st down and then some. Still on his feet, though. Couple linemen come in here to move that power forward. Ultimately, he ends up picking up 14 yards on the play, taking it all the way to the Green Bay 46-yard line, so almost midfield. That was an excellent play call because you saw they had pressure towards the left side of the line there, and ultimately he ended up tossing it there to the right where they had all their blockers there. Their blockers did a great job of picking up guys there and ultimately creating a hole for him to go through. All right, guys, here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Green Bay Packers. Rodgers in a shotgun. This time he's got both Dillon and Jones next to him in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the play as well. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. Rodgers looking. Rodgers going to throw it to the back now. Jones has it. And Jones off the right side, he's going to pick up 9 yards, so 1 yard shy of getting the 1st down. 2nd and 1 at San Francisco's 45-yard line. Again, the score right now is Green Bay 7, San Francisco 0. We're here in the first quarter, about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Let's see. Vikings New Age says, boo. I knew they would score anyways, though. LOL. Isn't that right? Mike says, go see playoffs to water down Packers 38, 49ers 10. And so, absolutely. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. They hand the ball to A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon off the right guard there. He's going to pick up about 3 yards from the carry, taking it to the San Francisco 42-yard line. Much has been said about the San Francisco running game, but I feel like the Green Bay's running game is going to have a huge impact in this one as well. You know, I've been speaking any game that I've watched of Green Bay, if that 1-2 punch they have, although when you have Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you want to pass that ball, but they also can run the ball as well with those two backs. Two good, very running backs to have in the backfield. Complement each other very well. All right, 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 42-yard line. Rodgers up under center. They send Cobbs in motion. Going to play fake, bootlegs, throws it to the tight end there. And so, he fumbled. He fumbled. Mercedes Lewis fumbled there. Turnovers will hurt you every time, and that is a big one. So just when everything is going Green Bay's way, all of a sudden, our man Fred Warner forced that fumble. Wow. You don't play with Fred Warner. He is a beast. What a big-time play. They say big-time players make big-time plays in big game situations, and it doesn't get bigger than that. Big-time plays. Now the 49ers will have the football when we come back from the commercial. Still trailing 7-0, but hey, after the turnover, let's see what they do. And let's see. Michael says, yeah, touchdown, Dylan. Let's see. Mike says, Bills have Beasley. Let's see. Mike says, thanks, JB, Madden 49ers. Offensive playbook. Got bunch formations. Thanks. And so, absolutely. Yeah, that's a team that I definitely played with a lot over the last couple of years and stuff like that on Madden. So, yeah, that playbook, absolutely. Let's see. Ashak says, I don't care who wins the Super Bowl as long as Green Bay does not win. I hear you there, Ashak. We all have that one team that we're like anybody but that team. For me, that team is don't let Tampa get it this year. That's that team for me. Ashak says, I hope the Bills or Rams win. And so, okay, bet. Mike says, Mr. JB is honorary Bills Mafia, no table and needed. He is in, and so I'm sure he will appreciate that. He will definitely appreciate that. Let's see, Vikings says, Bills, Chiefs, what do your guys pick for that game? And so, yeah, absolutely. You know, I'll go ahead and ask that question there, but who do you guys like for the Bills and the Chiefs in that matchup? You know, just go ahead and let me know who you got. And also, you want to give your final score for that one as well, feel free to. Me personally, I like the Chiefs at home, you know, going down to Chiefs Kingdom in a big game like this. Andy Reid and company, they've been in these situations before. I think they'll have a solid game plan, but Buffalo's going to give them everything they can handle and then some. Believe that. It's going to come down to the wire. It's probably going to come down to who scores last ultimately. I am 51% sure that Kansas City's going to win. That goes to show how much confidence I have in Buffalo as well as a team. I give the nod to the home team in that situation there. But it's going to be one heck of a game. Game of the week. Final score projection, I'm going to say Kansas City 27, Buffalo 26, 27-26. I'll go with that. Braden says, JB through the table on stream. That'd be wild. That would be wild. That would definitely put me on the map. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. All right, guys, here we go. Shotgun formation here. You got two receivers towards the top of the formation here. Fullback goes in motion, got a back as well, takes a snap, and they're going to hand it to Deebo Samuel there. So Deebo Samuel, look at that, trying to carry a D tackle there. And, yeah, he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. They think the ball has come out, but the referees do not indicate that, though. It looks like the referees are indicating that it's going to stay with San Francisco, at least for the moment. All right, so, yeah, they say it's San Francisco's football here. So that's going to be 2nd and 5 at the San Francisco 47-yard line. Now, let's watch this replay and let's see what exactly happened. When did this ball come out? Ooh, that ball came out. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. They take the snap, throws across the middle, and it is. Is it going to be a catch? Is it called a catch? I think they did call this one a catch and a fumble. So look at that. I mean, they say the ball doesn't lie sometimes. I thought the play before was a fumble, but hey, there you go this time. And that was Brandon Ayuk there. Yeah, that's a fumble right there. That is a fumble. He caught the ball. He made a little move, then he lost the ball. That's a fumble. So it's Green Bay football. But I expect him to review that play. Yes, see, Mike says, what's up, 80s, Ashak Michael and JB Nation. Mike says, been way too long, JB. Glad you're good. I appreciate that, Mike. I really do. I appreciate that, guys. And so, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But glad to be a lot better here and able to do the stream. Mike says, what's up, Age? And so, absolutely. And right now, we're currently at the commercial. I'm expecting that the replay booth is already signaled that they are reviewing the play here. But, yeah, that was definitely a fumble right there and a recovery by Green Bay. So it's going to be Green Bay's football. As Shaq says, Green Bay special teams is so bad. And so I think they were playing against, was it a game versus the Bears, I think, in which we really saw that Jakeem Grant had lit up that special teams for Green Bay. I remember that game. Eddie says, hey, Mike, let's go Bills, Mike. And Shaq says, hey, what's up, Mike? Let's see, you say nice return. And so most definitely. Ashak says, I think the Bills will win. And so, okay. Ashak's got the Bills winning. Okay. Let's see. Viking says, if he got away. He says, he wouldn't have went to his house. And so, absolutely. And so, Mike Scott, what's good? What's good with you? Thank you so much for joining. How's it going? And you say, if. Let's see. Mike says, final 7. Bills versus Bucks, big Super Bowl. And so, okay, so that's your Super Bowl projection there, Bills and Bucks. And so, well, definitely in that scenario, count me in for Buffalo in that scenario, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's see, Viking says that I wouldn't like that. Let's see. Again, right now, we're currently still at the commercial right now. But last we saw Brandon Ayuk after the reception immediately fumbled that football. Green Bay recovered. They're already up 7-0. But right now, that play is being under reviewed. So we'll see what the referees officially say in terms of who football it is. But it is here in the first quarter with less than 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. You say, I would want. And so, okay, bet. You'd want the Bills versus the Rams. That would be interesting. If the Bills did get there, I would love to see Bills versus Packers, Allen versus Rodgers. I would love to see that matchup. That would be a good one. You say, if that. And you say, but yeah, everybody has an opinion, LOL. And you're right about that. You are right about that. Adishak says, I'll be happy as long as the Packers don't win. Let's see, Viking says, I had a lot of opinions today. All right, so yeah, this play is still being looked at. Yes, see, Mike says, sorry, 80s about the Eagles. Good luck in the draft. And so, oh yeah, the Eagles, they got enough resources in the draft to where they can really do some stuff. No doubt about that. Yes, see, Viking says, same. Oh, so they call it an incomplete pass. Wow. Okay, so the call is reversed. Okay, so that's a big change of events there. So the ball's staying with San Francisco, and now we're looking at 3rd and 5 here coming up here. So they're just going to call that one an incompletion. All right, so now they've got 3 receivers. They put George Kittle in motion here, running back next to Jimmy Garoppolo in the shotgun. Packers are showing a lot of pressure here. Let's see what they do. Niners take the snap. Oh, they got him for the sack. It's a 5-yard loss there. And so, wow, off the right side there, he beat the right tackle on the play, got to Jimmy Garoppolo's blind side, and got him for the sack. So it's going to bring up 4th down and a punt unit. And so Bengals report 18. What's good? Congratulations to your Bengals, man. Hey, I was rooting for them Bengals there. They went out there. It was close, but hey, all that matters is getting that win. And I know you guys have to be celebrating hard down there in Cincinnati. I know the celebration's hard, for sure. So after that punt return right there, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers from their own 16-yard line. And so you say, how about the Bengals, man, from 2-14 2 years ago to the AFC Championship? Let's go. And so, hey, that's what happens when in the draft, you nail it in the draft. You went out there, identified your franchise quarterback, brought him in. Then you went out there and got him a receiver, not just any receiver, but a receiver that you knew he had chemistry with going back to college. And so that's been working out great. Not just that, the rest of the team has developed nicely as well. And so I'm happy for the Bengals. I am happy for the Bengals. It has been a long time coming. Absolutely. SC Hashtag says, yikes. All right, but here we go, guys. First down coming up here, 1st and 10. All right, so we've got 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. You got Davante Adams towards the bottom. Now they motion him to the top. So now we got 3 receivers towards the top, tight end, and the running back. They hand it to the back. That's A.J. Dillon. He drags a couple guys and picks up 4 yards, taking it to the Green Bay 20-yard line. Again, Green Bay's up 7-0 right now, with about 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 coming up. So far in this one, Aaron Rodgers, he is 7 of 9 right now for 7 to 8. For 70 yards. Meanwhile, Jimmy G, he has not completed a pass in this one. He is 0 for 1. They're not even trying to pass the ball right now with Jimmy Garoppolo. All right, here we go, guys. Rodgers up under center here. 3 receivers, a tight end in the back of the backfield. Takes a snap there. Rodgers looking. Rodgers with time. Throws it to the back in the back. He dropped it. He saw the defender coming. He just let out drop that ball there. Incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Green Bay Packers. 1:37 left to go in the first quarter. Mike says, Packers versus 49ers like varsity versus Pop Warner. And let's see. Braden says, let's go. So Braden, he's ready for another touchdown. Mike says, Boomer Eisen. All right, guys, here we go, guys. 3rd and 6 for the Packers from their own 20. 4 receivers on the play, 1 running back. Rodgers takes a snap out there. He's looking. He's going to move around there to try to avoid the rush, and he does. He just throws it deep, and it's incomplete. That's going to be 4th down coming up. And that's Fred Warner in coverage there, guys. I mean, he does it all. And that's why he gets paid the big bucks. Let's see. Hashtag says, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are clutch. And so, absolutely. I love that pairing right there. Let's see. Mike says, yo, Braden. All right, so we got the punt team out for Green Bay. Let's see what San Francisco does on the punt return. Punt's on the way. They're saying get away from the ball. All right, so that's going to be 1st and 10 at about the San Francisco 38-yard line for the 49ers to take over. That's a pretty good field position to start off with. And let's see what they're going to do offensively this time. Right now, right now, San Francisco has not been able to do much of anything here. We're towards the end of the first quarter. And so offensively, they've got to start getting some first downs here and start moving the ball to get some momentum here. So that way they can try to tie things up. Let's see what they do. Let's see. Hashtag says, Bengals made the right choice drafting Chase over Sewell. And so, and absolutely did. Most definitely, I guarantee you next year, they're going to go ahead and address that offensive line in the draft. You best believe that. They're not going to be letting in the future their quarterback get sacked 9 times in a game. They're not going to let that happen in the future. So they will address that position, I expect, in the draft in the first 2 rounds for sure. For sure. Braden says, hey, Mike. Let's see. Hashtag says, remember when everyone was saying the Bengals made the wrong choice over drafting Chase over Penny Sewell? That's right. I remember that. And I was thinking, no, every young quarterback, they need someone to throw the ball to as well. Offensive line is important, yes. But you get a guy like Jamar Chase, you got to get him. Mike says, I wanted nothing to do with Derrick Henry. Well, your wishes have been granted, Mike. That is for sure. You say 2 questions for Bill Belichick? Mike says, Why did you pass? Yeah, that's the question. That's the question that we all want to know. We all want to know. Let's see. 80 says Mike is King Henry. And so there, 80's with the correction there, King Henry. Mike says, what is your New Year's resolution? Is it a receiver? And so, definitely for me, it is a receiver, number one, not just another receiver that we get off the streets that probably should have stayed there. No, a receiver, number one, a true receiver, number one. I personally want us to draft a receiver in the first round, but I'm very specific about the receivers that I want. Don't just draft anyone because anyone's not going to work in our system. So it's got to be a specific receiver or two that we draft in the draft. If he's not there, then hey, but I'm worried about our defensive backfield, especially with J.C. Jackson. I know he's going to be chasing the money this year, and honestly, we should have been paid that man sooner. So I would not be surprised if he dips out. I hope that's not the case, but yeah, definitely those two positions. I want a cornerback and I want a wide receiver. That's what I want. All right, here we go. Jimmy G up under center there. They toss the ball to Mitchell off the right side, and so Mitchell's going to lose a yard or two on the play there. That's going to bring up second down. 2nd and 11 coming up here at the San Francisco 37-yard line. We got less than a minute left to go here in the first quarter, and Green Bay is up 7-0. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So with 45 seconds left, the 49ers have only passed the ball one time so far in this one, and that was an incompletion. Let's see if that changes on this time. Jimmy in the shotgun. They're going to go 5 wide here. Green Bay sends 4. Jimmy has time in the pocket, throws it there, and oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I just saw it happen, and I can't believe that it happened. So he hit George Kittle. That's all on George Kittle. I can't make no excuse right there. Right? I mean, Mr. Glass, he threw it there. But George Kittle with the drop, that is not a good sign if you're rooting for the 49ers. It was wide open. It was there. It was there. I mean, that's a pass I make right there, that catch right there. I make that one. Wow. So that's an incompletion right there, guys, an incompletion, and that one hurts. But now we got 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and 12, 5 seconds left on the play clock here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Packers showing pressure. They send 5. Jimmy throws it, and it's incomplete. Jennings had a hand on it, but that was it, incomplete. 4th down coming up, and the San Francisco 49ers will once again punt the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo is 0 of 3 right now. Let's not forget Jimmy Garoppolo. He will be a pending free agent this upcoming offseason here. So Jimmy need to go out there and show that he can play in a big game here. Let's see. 80 says, what does JB think about the last play of the Cowboys game? And so, that's a heck of a question. After this punt return, I'll let you know. All right, so here we go. And so, all right, so after that return there, we're going to be looking at Green Bay taking over 1st and 10 for their own 17-yard line. So, yeah, 80s, when it comes to how that play played out for the Cowboys there, I have to look at Mike McCarthy there. I get it. You know, you say you ran that play in practice a bunch of times. However, did you take into account how long it takes the referee to run up there? I mean, the referee tried to do them a solid. You know, he tried to get up there in between the line and go touch the ball there. I mean, you're the referee. You can't let the other team just line it up. You got to go down there and line it up. So that's on them. That's on them. I know it didn't look good to bump into the quarterback, but hey, make room. You know the referee's job. This is not a surprise. You're not going to get special attention. So what happened there was a result of what the Cowboys did to themselves there. That's all I can say. I don't blame the referee on that one. He was running, and he needs to be able to get to the ball and touch the ball there. So he was trying his best to get there as fast as he can. All right, here we go. Rodgers throws it to Jones, and Jones knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a pickup of about a good 3-4 yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 at the Green Bay 20-yard line, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, we have the Packers winning 7-0 over the San Francisco 49ers. So Green Bay scored in their first drive, but after that, it has been an all-defensive game so far in this one. Let's see. Hashtag says the Titans would have won if they ran Henry on that 3rd and 1. And so I was surprised by that call that they didn't. I was very surprised out of shock, and I probably agree with you there. I was surprised by the play call there, but absolutely what Cincinnati did, though, they won that game. Proud of them. Let's see. Vikings says Titans would have won if they went for the extra point instead of the 2-point conversion early in the game. They would have won 17-16 because they would have ran the time down. And so very interesting. I was very surprised when they didn't go for the extra point in that scenario. Let's see. Braden says no. Let's see. I'm very far behind in the comments. Apologize about that, guys. Let's see. Ashak says very true. But yeah, right now we're at the commercial. So if you're just tuning in, don't forget to make sure you guys press the thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well, especially now that we know the football season is winding down, and obviously, we'll have the rest of the playoff games and stuff. But as for other games like college basketball, stuff like that, you never know when I'll have those streams and put those up. So you'll definitely want to make sure you are subscribed and have your notification bells turned on, as well as that will be the next sport in terms of my live streams that I will focus on. It probably won't be as much as it was for football, but once we get to the good part like March Madness and stuff, we'll start to see a little bit more increase in that as well. Let's see, actually, I said very true. You said that 2-point conversion was a bad call from the Titans. And so, most definitely. Let's see, Braden's got the Chiefs winning. Okay, bet. He says fumble, okay. And again, right now, guys, we are at the end of the first quarter right now. So we're at the commercial right now. And the Packers lead 7-0 over the 49ers. And the Packers have the football right now. Mike says, couple years, Bills versus Chiefs AFC Championship. Kelly beat Steve DeBerg. And you say, does that impact who you think will win tomorrow, JB Nation? And so that's a good question. But for me, I mean, I still gotta go Kansas City here in this scenario. I just got to. Mike says a few years back. Ashek says that is definitely incomplete. Let's see. Braden says incomplete. No. Oh man, I'm really far behind in the comments here, guys. My bad. Mike says, as what Bears need is biggest need, O-line. Who they gonna lose? And so that's a very good question. Who are they losing? I know that Allen Robinson, I know he can't wait to leave Chicago. So that's a name right there that I know is leaving. But outside of him, that's a very good question. And you said 80, same thing for the Eagles. All right, guys, here we go. Start of the second quarter. So here we go. We're back. 2nd and 7 here from the 20. Green Bay with the football in the shotgun here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 running back. 5 seconds on the play clock. Receiver goes in motion. They hand it to Jones there off the left side, and Jones is going to pick up about a good 4 yards on a play. That's going to make it 3rd and short. So 3rd and 3 coming up for Green Bay from their own 24-yard line. And let's see, Mike says, age, same thing, Vikings. And so, yeah, Mike is asking the great questions there. Let's see, Ashlock says, Bears need offensive line and cornerbacks, and Allen Robinson is for sure gone. Oh, no doubt about it. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 3. Rodgers in a shotgun. Up. We got a penalty here. We've got a penalty. And you see the Packers already walking back. That's going to be on them. False start. So it's going to be a 5-yard false start penalty to back them up. So now we're going to be looking at 3rd and long as opposed to 3rd and short. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 8 coming up. All right, so here we go, guys. 3rd and 8 coming up here. Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Takes the snap. 49ers send 4. Pressure's there. And, they got Aaron Rodgers. They got him, brought him down. And look at that. That front 4 generating some pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And that's exactly what the doctor says right there. If you want to beat the Packers, you have got to put Rodgers on his butt. You don't want to give Devontae Adams too much time to work with to get open. Also with some great coverage out there in the secondary as well. All right, so we got the punt unit out for Green Bay. and we'll see if we get a return by the 49ers. Punt's on the way. And it's caught by the returner, makes the first guy miss. He's looking, and he takes it all the way to the San Francisco 34-yard line. Benjamin on a return picked up 6 yards. Let's see. Braden says the Bengals just need to get better at O-line. Oh, definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Braden says a 49ers player mocked the belt. And so I did see that. I did see that. I think it was Fred Warner that did that, but I did see that. Let's see. 80 says, JB jinxed my Eagles. What? What? I can't take credit. I can't do that. No way. No way. No way. I call the challenge flag on that one. Braden says, I wish your Eagles would have won 80s. Let's see. Mike says, JB did. Mr. Glass. And let's see. 80 says, thanks, Braden. Wow, I am not the villain. And he says, what's up with JB's receiving corp, drop passes? And so they need me out there to be a receiver. That's what it is. They need me to play receiver. Mike says, I think if you run the ball with no timeouts, you can't complain when the refs have to spot the ball. Got to know the rules. And so absolutely. Absolutely. When you run a play like that, you're at the mercy of the officials there getting it lined up, because they're not going to just do anything special that they don't normally do throughout the game. And who's going to run the entire game? No, these are referees that are in their 50s and stuff. They're not going to be running to get there every play. So, he did them a solid trying to help them out. He really did. It's a tough way for it to end. I don't want to see it end like that. But at the same time, it's the play calling. It was the play calling. But absolutely, Mike, absolutely. Let's see, 80 says, Mike, well said. Let's see, Mike says, great Cowboys take, JB. Appreciate that. Absolutely, absolutely. It's like you said, you got to know the rules, and you got to take that into account when you practice as well in a situation like that. There's a reason why teams don't do that regularly, because of stuff like that. So, exactly. But, yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. Mike says, thanks, 80s. All right, so let's see. Braden says, hit the like button, guys. Yeah, make sure that we are hitting the like button. Absolutely, guys. And so here we go. San Fran with the football here. I need to see some offense here from San Fran. They take the snap. Jimmy throws it. Oh, and it's a little behind Deebo Samuel there. And so he dropped it. I'm starting to think these 49ers are cold out there, because these are just a lot of drops. But it's not on Deebo Samuel there. That was Mr. Glass himself, throwing it behind the glass, I should say. But, yeah, that was tough. But, yeah, appreciate that, Braden. Let's see. 80 says, JB is a great analysis. I appreciate that. Let's see. Braden says, you're good, JB. And so, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. So we've got Jimmy handing it off there to Mitchell, and so Mitchell picks up about 2 yards on the play. So, yeah, right now this offense for San Francisco, there's really not much going on for San Francisco offensively in this game. We're here in the second quarter. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left to go, so it's still early. But Mr. Glass has not completed the pass yet. He's 0 for 4, 0 yards, and the ground game is not looking impressive at all right now. 5 carries, 9 yards. This looks like a team that's cold. I should know. I saw it firsthand with my team. This is not a good sign right now at all for the San Francisco 49ers. But let's see what happens here. 3rd and 8. Can Jimmy Garoppolo get that first completion and get things going? Or will the Green Bay Packers get after him? Green Bay sends 5. Jimmy's looking. And, they got him for a sack. They ignored a fragile warning on him, saying fragile, made of glass. And they got to him anyways for the sack. It's a loss of 5 yards. So there we go, guys. 4th and 13 coming up. And once again, this team will punt the ball. This is just This team is in negative yards so far in this game. That is awful. That is awful. Punts on the way. All right, so it's caught there by the Packers. And so, yeah, he goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So now Green Bay's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. If I'm Green Bay, I'm thinking, okay, defensively, we're playing lights out. But that can always change at the drop of a hat. We got to make sure that we go out there and put some more points on the board or something. But, man, I'm expecting this. I expect to see some more points than what we're seeing right now. But right now, we're at the commercial, and the score is 7-0 with the Packers over the 49ers. And so let's see. And so 80s, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And you say it was so bad for the Eagles last week. I was praying for an emergency quarterback. Wish I knew one. Well, they would have listed me out. They would have listed me out. I would not have been able. The emergency quarterback wouldn't have been able to make it. That's how bad things were going. Even the emergency quarterback needed an emergency quarterback. So, but absolutely. I mean, hey, if your Eagles want to reach out and hire someone to be, the GM, just give me a call. That's it. Give me a call. Braden says the cold is definitely affecting the 49ers. And so you never know how a guy is going to respond in the cold, especially when it's his first time playing in cold weather. I mean, they say that he hasn't played in weather like this since he was going against North Dakota State. So, that's a long time ago for Jimmy Garoppolo. Absolutely, a long time ago. So I agree with you there, Braden. I agree with you there. And so let's see. Mike says, how many more subs until – until 1,700? And so that's a very good question there. Give me 1 second here. Because right now, how it's set up right now, I'm actually at, last time I checked, I was at like 1,164. Let me see if that number is still accurate. But yeah, okay, so yeah, right now I'm at 1,164 right now. So yeah, still got a good ways to go. But the good part is that, definitely going to be able to spend a lot more time, getting a lot of especially once we hit NFL free agency, that's a busy time for me right there. And so, yeah, now that we've got because after this week, next week, even though we still have the same amount of games, both games are going to come. Well, actually, we only got 2 games next week, so they'll both be coming on Sunday next week. So that means I'll be streaming on Sunday, an extra day right there. So I'll be able to start getting some more content up as well moving forward. That is for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. From their own 25-yard line, Lazard goes in motion. And so they're going to hand it to A.J. Dillon up the middle. And he gets brought down after picking up about 3 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up here at the Green Bay 28-yard line. Got 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here before the half. Yeah, San Francisco defense made a great adjustment there, because if they don't make that adjustment, this game would already be getting ugly. But they made the adjustments there, and it's a 1-score game. But Green Bay need to score again. All right, Rodgers up under center here. Tight end goes in motion. You got 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Lazard now goes in motion. They take the snap. Going to hand it to A.J. Dillon and up the middle, and he's going to pick up, about a yard or 2 on the play due to forward progress there. So we've got 3rd down coming up, guys. 3rd and 5 coming up at the Green Bay 30-yard line. And let's see, Mike says, 80s quick walkthrough, how you do a super chat instructions. And so I'll go ahead and put up right there. I appreciate that, 80s. Appreciate that. All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 6 coming up. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Rodgers takes the snap, 49ers sending 4. He throws it there, and it's caught by Davante Adams, and he picks up the 1st down. They needed 5. He got him 8 yards there, and a new set of downs to work with. 1st and 10 for the Green Bay 38-yard line. Again, Green Bay's up 7-0 here in the 2nd quarter. About a little less than 10 minutes to go here for the half. But yeah, 80 says there's a dollar sign to the right of the chat box. Just hit it and you can pick how much. And so I appreciate that, 80s. Yes, see, Braden says, down goes Mr. Glass. Absolutely. Look at the yards per play, though. The 49ers are averaging almost -1 yards. Meanwhile, Green Bay's averaging they say about 5. But meanwhile, they went backwards that time. Aaron Jones on the carry up the middle, lost a yard on the play. So now we got 2nd and 11 coming up here for Green Bay from their own 37-yard line. So we've got a very defensive game so far. Let's see. Mike says, how do you feel it with money? All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Rodgers looking. Niners sending 4. Rodgers moving around. Rodgers. Oh, he's tripped up by the bad toe there. Tripped up by the bad toe by Bosa. Nick Bosa with the sack there. But he got back to the line there, so it goes down as a sack, but he doesn't really lose any yards there. So 3rd and 11 coming up here. I will say this, though. You notice with veteran quarterbacks, when they step up in the pocket and they start running like that, they carry the football in that front pocket area. So if a defensive back or defensive end is coming from behind, it's not an easy rip. Whereas I've seen guys like Daniel Jones, they go out there and then they'll do something like put the ball way back out there, and then a defensive end comes, knocks it out. Then it's a strip fumble. So that's one thing I want to point out right there, that veteran quarterbacks, they've learned to do a good job of protecting the football even while trying to run and trying to get something. So even if they don't gain yards, they still protect the football at all times. Let's see, Mike says, link to bank account. And so 80 says, your YouTube needs to link to your PayPal or credit. And so absolutely appreciate that again, 80s. Let's see. 80 says, JB, I had a few, so look out. Hey, when I see the super chats coming, I already know what that means. That means 80s is making the most of this weekend. All right, guys, but here we go. We got 3rd and 3rd and 12 coming up here. All right, so we got 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. San Francisco, they're showing pressure up the middle now. 5 seconds on the play clock. Rodgers takes the snap. 49ers send 4. He throws it off the wrong foot there, but it's caught by Aaron Jones. And so Jones picks up 9 yards, however, still shy of the 1st down there. So 4th and 2 for Green Bay at their 46-yard line. Let's see what they do. All right, so the offense is staying out there. Quite frankly, Green Bay said, look, I've seen enough of this. We need to start moving the football here and try to get some points. And we got 7 minutes and 20 seconds left before the half. Again, Green Bay's up 7-0 over the 49ers right now. Five seconds left on the play clock. Let's see if they'll actually snap it here. All right, so they don't snap it. Instead, they'll go ahead and they will take the penalty here. So you know what? I mean, I get it. I get it. All right, so that's delayed again. It's going to back him up 5 yards, give more room to operate with the punt here. And so, yeah, we're here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 4 seconds left to go. And Green Bay's up 7-0, but they're going to punt the ball to San Francisco, and we'll see what the 49ers can do with the return. Let's see, Mike says, do you know about Google Pay card? And so that's a good question. That is a good question. I have not. That's a very good question there. Yeah, I would not know. All right, so that punt went out of bounds at the San Francisco 23-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers at the 23-yard line. And let's see what San Francisco can do. Mr. Glass so far. I mean, we got 6 minutes and 41 seconds before the half, and he's still looking for his first completion, guys. I mean, It's not every day where you have the same amount of completions as you have points, and it's still a one-possession game. So, wow. Let's see. Braden says, let's get JB to 2K. And so, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, but most definitely, you guys are going to start to see an uptake in videos again and stuff like that. It's just, we was having a lot of streams and all like that. Plus, the stuff at work, we're doing a lot of stuff there too. But we'll definitely start to see a lot more news and stuff like that coming out as well. And so what I'm thinking is, if I can't, drop the news when it first hit, then I'll probably start to make more of an effort to do it later in the day, but I'll do my best to get it when it first comes out. But if I'm just busy at work that day, then I'll have to do it when I get off from work or something like that. But most definitely, I'll be putting up a lot more videos, especially in the upcoming months. Mike says, man, 80s, they put Minshew in, losing 70s style. Let's see, Mike says, me and other JB Nation know you are really good. I suggest using more clickbaity titles on your updates. Any suggestion, 80s? And so that one right there, that is something that I've had a friend that has asked me why I don't do more of that. And so it's just, I don't know. And so I might try it and see how it works, but I don't want to, cross that line and just be like, oh, we don't, just give misinformation or something like that. But definitely something like that. That's a good idea. I appreciate that, Mike. And you say 49ers keep it much closer than thought. Good pass rush. And so, oh, yeah, that pass rush, whenever we thought about the last time that we saw the Packers and the 49ers meet in the playoffs, that defensive line, they caused havoc. Same for a couple regular season games. But the difference is Green Bay's defense this time around. Green Bay's defense is giving San Francisco's offense an even harder time right now. But, yeah, Green Bay's got to be able to start scoring something. Even if you're not getting touchdowns, a couple field goals right now would have already been huge in this one, because you just never know when that run game for San Francisco is going to start clicking. But absolutely. And so, but all right, guys, here we go. Coming back from the commercial here. Again, the score is right now. The 49ers find themselves trailing 7-0, but they have the football here. First and 10 at the 23-yard line here with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Jimmy, play fake, steps up, and he throws it to the back, incomplete. So Jimmy just can't buy a completion, guys. Wow, I feel like my man Jimmy is trying to shoot from half court on a rim. That's a double rim right now, like in basketball, a double rim. It's just not going in at all. Look at that. Total yards, -10 by the 49ers. And Green Bay has 128. And all that, more than 10 minutes in terms of time possession in Green Bay favor. All of that. And the 49ers are only down by a touchdown. So that's encouraging for San Francisco if you can ever move the football. But if your defense gives out before your offense get going, it can turn ugly. Here goes Jimmy. Looking. Jimmy throws it. And, oh, we have a catch finally. And it's George Kittle. So he makes the difficult catch when he dropped the easier one earlier. But George Kittle finally gets the first catch of the game for the San Francisco 49ers. Look at that footwork there and concentration by Mr. Kittle. Went up there one-handed. Let's see, Eddie says, JB and Mike, I am good friends with a lot of horror movie channels that have 50K plus subs. I support them. Okay, bet. I will tell them if they want the next check to clear, they need to promote JB. And so I appreciate that. Absolutely. So Deebo Samuel off the right side picks up 2 yards. And so, all right, so now we got 2nd and 8 here. San Francisco got a taste of a first down there. Let's see if this wakes this offense up, or warms this offense up, I should say. All right, 2nd and 8. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go before the half. San Francisco with the football trailing 7-0. All right, here we go. Jimmy up under center. They put a receiver in motion. They put him in motion again. They hand it to the back there. Mitchell, spin, made one guy miss. Drags the second guy there, picks up 7 yards on the carries, and now we got 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1 coming up. The ball is at the San Francisco 47-yard line. Braden says, tripped up with the bad toe. JB got jokes tonight. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Mike says, I need to win Ben Stein or Terry Bradshaw's money. We all want Terry's money. We all want Terry's money. That's what we want. Oh man, Mob, what's good? What's good with you? Appreciate you for coming through, man. How's it going? You say, how am I feeling? I am feeling pretty good. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well as well. Meanwhile, they toss the ball to the right side, and Mitchell picks up. Oh, man, look at that. A good 4 yards on a carry and a first down for those San Francisco 49ers. So you got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go before the half, and they are trailing 7-0 right now against the Green Bay Packers. But this is their best drive of the game so far, and let's see if this is going to result in any points here for the San Francisco 49ers. But yeah, appreciate that. Let's see, Eddie says, oh man, nice to see you here. I know, right? It is great. We've got the crew coming through today. Appreciate that, guys. Really do. And so here we go. Jimmy up under center. Fullback goes in motion. Takes it. Heads to the back. And he's going to go off the left side there. And it's going to be a pickup of 2 yards there off the left tackle. And we're looking at 2nd and 8 coming up here for the 49ers at the Green Bay 47-yard line. I mean, look at that. They put Big Williams in motion there. All right, guys, 2nd and 8. They got Trent Williams earning this payout there, putting the lineman in motion. I would refuse if I was on the line right there. All right, 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here before the half. You've got San Francisco with 3 timeouts, Green Bay with 2. They take the snap, play fake. Jimmy's looking. Jimmy feels the pressure. He's going to run. He flings it to the back. And so Mitchell, he does the rest, and he picks up a good 16 yards, taking it all the way to the Green Bay 31-yard line. So just like that, sometimes they say all it takes is to get the first completion to get things rolling. It may have taken a while here. It may not be pretty, but Mr. Glass himself is out there slinging it around. All right, here we go. Jimmy G up under center. Receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball. They're going to toss it to the back. And so, the back has some room there. Lowers the shoulder. And that is Mitchell right there. And so he's going to take it to about the 2-minute warning right there. But he picked up 6 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 4 at the Green Bay 25-yard line. And so far on this drive, 8 plays, 52 yards, about 4 minutes and 41 seconds in terms of time of possession. Best drive so far of the game by the San Francisco 49ers. And can they finish in the end zone and tie this one up? Let's see. Mike says, yo, what up, Old? And right now we're at the commercial again. Green Bay's up 7-0 right now with the 49ers moving the football. And so Old Man says, what's good, 80s? You said, let's go Packers. So Old Man is also going for the Packers here. I like it. I like it. He said, what's good, Mike? Mike says, JB going to go get that soundboard with the horn that go pew, pew, pew. And so, oh, definitely. Let's see. Braden says, at Mike, LOL. Old Man says, I want Green Bay versus Kansas City. I want A-Rod to win the Super Bowl. And then say, yeah, that's have fun with love. Is your quarterback one? Ooh, they would not love that. They would not love that. Absolutely. But you know what? Aaron Rodgers, he reminds me a lot of myself if I was a quarterback. I think I would definitely be petty if they drafted a quarterback in the first round rather than give me some support after everything. I'd be petty like that as well. I wouldn't let it go either. I really wouldn't. Braden says the 49ers have definitely made adjustments defensively. That they have. I got to give credit to the defense. Like after that first drive, I thought it was going to be a long game. If I'm Green Bay, though, I'm coming out. I'm looking at Davante Adams as much as possible. Unless he's triple teamed on the play, he's getting the ball. Let's see. Mike says clickbait is not bad if it's good content. You just want it to be more catchy. And so, yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff definitely have to make those changes for sure. Most definitely got to make some changes as well. I have a couple people that I follow myself that I'm looking at that I'm like, okay, I like what they do on their channel there, so I just got to figure out how to do something similar like that for my channel. But absolutely, absolutely. 80 says, Mike, my middle name is clickbait. Absolutely, absolutely. And let's see, old man says, that's Mr. Glass for you, and people wanted us to trade for him back. I guarantee you, if we had him, we probably would not have made the playoffs, or we'd be right where we are right now, home, firing up the old DVD right now, looking for horror movies and stuff. That's what we're looking for. Or as 80s would say, probably starring in horror movies. Braden says Kittle misses the easy catch, but catches the tough one. And so, oh yeah, once he made that catch, that's one of those plays that changes the entire confidence of the team now. And so Green Bay's got to work hard now to stop Green Bay on this drive. All right, guys, we're coming back here from the 2-minute warning. And so, yeah, right now the ball is 1st and 10 right now at the 25-yard line. Let's see what San Fran has in store for us here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. They motion Mitchell. They're going to toss to Deebo Samuel. So Deebo Samuel has a nice hole to work with off the left side there, and he's going to pick up 4 yards and a first down for the San Francisco 49ers. 1st and 10 from the Green Bay Packers 21-yard line. But yeah, Kittle, he is an X factor. Always know where that man is. Believe me. We got 1:30 left to go here before the half. And so right now, obviously, you got San Francisco with the football. They line up in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. They motion the running back out. They take the snap. Green Bay sends 5. They throw it across the middle. That's George Kittle, and he's going to take it all the way to about the 9-yard line. So look at that. 2 catches on this drive by George Kittle. All right, so now we got 1st and goal here. First time all day for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see what they do. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's 3 of 8 for 43 yards passing. Green Bay took their 2nd time out. Let's see what's going to happen here with San Francisco for 1st and goal. It's important to note that, San Francisco, they have all 3 timeouts, so no rushing for them whatsoever here. None whatsoever. And so I appreciate that, 80s. Appreciate the super chat. Again, you say, JB, please tell me you've seen a video your boy Baker made about his surgery. And so you know what? They keep slinging that in front of my face. So, yeah. And so I don't get it. I don't get it. How's he getting so many commercials right now? I don't get it. Meanwhile, they hand the ball up the middle there. But hold everything, because this is a penalty right now, and this might be a holding call against the San Francisco 49ers. Ooh, they call Trent Williams there. Trent Money Williams, holding on him. When you get paid as much money as he does, you can get away with a couple holding, but not that time. All right, guys, so here we go, guys. We got 1st and goal after the penalty from the 19-yard line here. So now you got to go 19 yards to get into the end zone. They're audible and going the shotgun here. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Jimmy takes a snap. Packers sending 3. First guy, he makes a miss. Jimmy moving around, has no idea what he wants to do with the ball. He throws it up there, and it's picked. That's why you can't have these subpar quarterbacks starting for you in the playoffs. They're going to hurt you the most. We saw it earlier with Ryan Tannehill, and now we saw Mr. Glass himself. It was just looking too good right now for him. And so he said, well, I threw my first completion on this drive. Why not throw my first interception? And so that time he got all skittish in the pocket and stuff. That pressure got him off his mark there, and Green Bay was waiting on that opportunity. A good drive gone to waste that time. If you make that pass initially when he bumps off like that, you have a touchdown. But Mr. Glass, I mean, I don't know what happened. The ball got caught in the air or something, but wow. That's a huge turnover. Huge turnover. He tried to cost him last week. You keep doing that this week, it will cost you. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, guys. We got 54 seconds before the half here, and Aaron Rodgers is lined up in a shotgun here. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen, 2 tight ends as well, 1 back. They hand the ball to A.J. Dillon up the middle. He's going to get about a yard on the play, and that's going to be a, let's see. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a timeout right now. So a timeout's called by San Francisco. Okay, so yeah, so San Francisco's thinking they want 3 and out, so they're going to call a timeout right now and see if their defense can get a 3 and out and get the football back for their offense. Again, they got 2 timeouts remaining, while Green Bay's got 1 timeout. Let's see, Mike says, 80 seems like a fella that lets his cash money talk for him. And so when he shows up, you best believe it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Let's see, Mike says, I got a horrific movie plot about a boogie. And so he said, Boogie Basham went on big sacks on Mahomes. And so, hey, I can see that definitely happen, though. I can see that happening. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Rodgers in the shotgun. Take the snap there. He's looking. He throws it to the back of the backfield there. That's going to be Jones. And Jones picks up about 5 yards on the play before being shoved out of bounds. Okay, so yeah, that's going to stop the clock right there. So now we got 3rd and 3 coming up here for Green Bay at their own 11-yard line. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, we got 40 seconds here on the clock here. Green Bay's got 1 timeout. If they don't get this, it's San Fran ball. Rodgers takes a snap. Rodgers steps up in the pocket. He's moving. He's going to throw it deep to the right side. A man wide open. That's his running back. An Aaron-to-Aaron connection. And so Jones takes it all the way to the 14-yard line with 24 seconds. You got to burn your timeout. You got to burn the timeout. Okay, so they called a timeout there. I imagine they might put a second or 2 back up there. But yes, what a play call. That's Green Bay's final timeout right there as well. But wow. I mean, after the first drive, San Francisco defense has been superb. But that time, they caught the defense sleeping, the back out the backfield, hit them right in stride. And then, hey, Aaron Jones, he did the rest. Let's see. Eddie says X Factor or JB Factor. We'll go X Factor. The JB Factor is extremely a special honor right there. So we'll go X Factor for that one. Braden says Mr. Glass doesn't scare me, but Kittle in the 49ers run game does. Eddie says JB Mayfield. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not start this. Let's not make this a trend here. Let's not do that. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Packers. They're going to go ahead and they're going to go 5 wide here. So they got 26 seconds to work with here. So they added some more time back up there. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Rodgers takes a snap. And, Joey Bosa got there. Knocked the ball out, but it looks like Green Bay may have recovered. Oh, no, San Francisco's got it. What is going on? And so Rodgers looks like he's content with just running it down and then just spiking it with enough time just for the field goal unit after that play. What a big-time play by Nick Bosa. I've about had it with these tackles falling to the ground like that. Well, that was a big-time play there by the 49ers, but ultimately Green Bay able to recover it, and let's see if they can get this field goal here and make it a 2-possession game. All right, so San Fran's going to call a timeout. Braden says, let's go. So Braden's happy about that. Mike says, I saw JB video. Baker had surgery. Braden says, Mr. Glass looking like your boy Baker. Mike says, I'm thinking, nah, JB, it should say, you say, INT. Let's see, Mike says, huge Cleveland surgery. Then I'd be like already heard Baker, but now what? Braden says, let's go. All right, here we go, guys. Field goal attempt's about to be on the way. This is 39-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is blocked. Wow. So, hey, I mean, your offense hasn't gotten you no points, but outside of that, I mean, one heck of a first half defensively, and now the special teams by San Francisco. And with that, they say, no, we're not giving you any more points in this one. So these two teams, they're out there fighting hard. It may be cold out there, but these defenses, they are heating up. Wow. But what a block, guys. What a block. So right now at the half, the score is Green Bay 7, San Francisco 0. 80 says, JB picked San Fran, not looking good for him. That is not the case. Not the case. I chose Green Bay. Let's see. 80 says, field goal blocked. Mike says, hashtag, I fear the boogie. Let's see. Braden says, our special teams protection has been trashed this year. We can't have this in the playoffs. And so, yeah, I mean, every point is valuable. Every point is valuable. So, especially in a game like this where you see the offense looks like maybe they're a little cold coming off the bye week, stuff like that. And so you get a chance to get a 2-possession lead in a hard game like this where your defense hasn't given up any points. And then you have something like that happen. Wow. Wow. Let's see. 80 says, the JB Nation International and National Halftime Show. And so that never gets old. That never gets old. I appreciate that, though. And so here we go, guys. Just to recap what has happened so far in this first half here. And so let me just go ahead and refresh this. All right. So, yeah, so far in this one, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's 3 of 9 passing, 43 yards, 0 touchdowns. He threw the costly interception that you cannot throw in the goal line. You just cannot turn the ball over when your team doesn't have any points and you're trying to get some points. You have an opportunity. George Kittle, he was open. It's just you got to make a better throw. You're the quarterback. You got to make a better throw. Aaron Rodgers, he's 12 of 16, 170 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was stripped in terms of the fumble once, but they recovered. And then he's been sacked 3 times as well. So both quarterbacks have been sacked 3 times in this one. On the ground, as a team, San Francisco, 11 carries, 34 yards. This is a team that they lay their hats on the ground game. That's why right now they've got no points for it because they're not able to run the ball at the rate they usually can. You know, Mitchell, he's got 7 carries, 21 yards. Deebo Samuel, he's got 4 carries, 13 yards. They need more on the ground. I expect in the second half, guys like Trent Williams, they're going to have to get down and dirty and find a way to go out there and get that ground game going a little bit better. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, as a team, 13 carries for 46 yards. You have A.J. Dillon. He's got 7 carries for 25 yards. You got Aaron Jones, 5 carries, 20 yards so far in this one. Brown, he had a little end around where he gained 1 yard as well. But ultimately, and then you look at just receiving yards wise, it's been 2 guys for Green Bay right now. It's been obviously Aaron Jones. He had that 75-yard catch. He's been targeted 7 times tonight. He's got 6 catches, 120 yards so far in this one. Devontae Adams, you got 5 receptions, 50 yards. He's been targeted 5 times, so he's 5 of 5. Longest catch of the night, 14 yards. And so obviously Mercedes Lewis, he had a fumble earlier in the game. But yeah, that recaps it for them. And for San Francisco, George Kittle, he's got 2 receptions, 27 yards. He's been targeted 4 times. Dropped a very easy one across the middle early in the first quarter. And then for Mitchell, he's got 1 catch, 16 yards from this one as well. And that's pretty much all our stats for this one. For San Francisco, Brandon Ayuk, he's been too quiet in this game. He's got no catches, only been targeted 1 time there. You need him to step up. Deebo Samuel in the past game has not been used at all in the past game either. They just have not really they haven't gotten anything out of the past game, honestly, San Francisco. And the run game, Green Bay's looking for it. We'll see what type of adjustments they make in the second half. And let's see. Mike says Mahomes going to get sacked by Rosso, and so I'm looking forward to it. I know you're going to be excited about that one. So I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so let's see. Mike says best show. You say play-by-play. And so, okay, bet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. And so right now we're at the half right now. And so the score is 7-0. Green Bay up right now. But if you're San Francisco, if you came into this game saying at halftime, Green Bay only has 7 points, I think you're happy with that result. But you're upset with the offense, but you know the offense can heat up just like George Kittle. And in the second half, you may need to find some easy ways to get him going. He's got a motor that doesn't stop. That's usually something you say for a defensive lineman and stuff like that, but the same applies for George Kittle. Get him the ball, get him going, and then once he gets going, the ground game will piggyback off of his success. But that's what you must do right now. But Mr. Glass, he can't keep throwing those interceptions. He just can't do it. Absolutely. So let's see. 80 says his full name is Baker Reagan JB Mayfield. Mike says, deep down, I actually feel pity for Chiefs. And so look at that. Mike showing compassion. He says, I really do. He says, after my Bills crushed them, the red and blue run around on you. And so, well, after experiencing that first half, firsthand and all like that, I've got no comments on that one, Mike. No comments whatsoever. All right, so let's see. But yeah, definitely looking forward. I mean, each and every game that's left here, at the divisional round here, I mean, so many different scenarios that can play out here. We already saw who won earlier with Cincinnati going down to Tennessee and winning this game right here, a hard-fought game, a physical game, one that a defensive player goes out there and has to earn their paycheck today. No doubt about that. We'll see which offensive line makes the better adjustments in the second half here. That's who I think wins this game, the offensive line that's able to make the better halftime adjustments there and start opening up some lanes for the ground games, all that stuff. And so let's see. AD says Bills will be Super Bowl champions this year. And so let's see. Mike says 80s Eagles need a rusher like Russo. And so, okay, bet. Mike says, thanks, 80s. 80 says, Mike, the Eagles need more than that, LOL. And so, I mean, you guys got a bunch of picks to work with, especially early on in the draft. So, you just got to make sure you draft the right guys. That's it. Now's not the time to go out there and experiment. You got to make sure you draft some solid A1 guys that's going to come in and impact this team. 80 says, Mike, the Eagles need more than that. And so let's see. Jay says, hey, Jay, what's good with you, Jay? What's good with you? I know you got to be excited about tomorrow and stuff like that, but what's good with you? You say, hey, JB, I didn't know you were covering this game tonight. And so, yeah, I set up the stream on Thursday, I think. On Thursday was when I set it up and all like that. But I noticed sometimes notifications are slow. I was talking with the Sport Blitz, and I know he's got his notification bells turned on, but sometimes YouTube tells him about 3 days late and stuff like that. So, absolutely. But, yeah, I got tonight, and then I've got tomorrow night when we see the Chiefs and the Bills tomorrow. I've got that one as well. But appreciate you for coming through. Let's see. 80 says, someone give Aaron Rodgers a haircut. I feel like I'm waiting on Aaron Rodgers to get that haircut before I get my next haircut. That's what I feel like. 80 says, yes, Mike, LOL. And so let's see. Mike says, Eddie, did you like the Budweiser frog? I'm still laughing. One goes Bud, the other goes Wise. Let's see. Mike says, Max still trying to warm up his little fingers. Ha ha ha. Wow. Let's see. Old man says, yeah, it's YouTube. I didn't get the notification you were live. And so, yeah, so I don't know what's going on with them. No matter how much I email them about that, because I do know that a couple people that I'm following and stuff, I'm not getting their notifications until like either towards the end or middle of their streams, especially like Jay and the Bay. I have my notifications turned on, and I'm not getting that to halfway. I find out about the sports blitz and his mock drafts about 3 days later. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see. Jay says, I feel like whoever wins between the Chiefs and the Bills tomorrow will go to the Super Bowl. But, hey, you never know. You never know. You just never know. But odds are, I mean, it's a strong chance that can happen. It really is, especially how close this game was against Tennessee. But you play the games for a reason. You play the games for a reason, right? So, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. And again, we're still at the commercial, guys. So we're still at the commercial because it's halftime right now. And so, but when we get back from the halftime, I'll definitely get back to the game there. But right now, we are at the half, and the score is Green Bay 7, 49ers 0 in this one. Let's see. 80 says, Mike Mack was at a Boston Bruins game the other day. And let's see. Mike says, hair better than his Luigi stash. Yeah, he does got that going. Absolutely. And so Soundwave, what's good? What's good with you? You say, hey, buddy, good to see you doing well. I appreciate that. You say, great coverage, my man. I want you to be the best man at my wedding. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And so let's see. Mike says, Burrow going to get Buffalo frostbites. And so – well, hey, I'm sure that he'll be looking forward to the challenge for sure. Looking forward to the challenge. But, yeah, I mean, we got Soundwave back here in the crew, guys. I mean, wow, we've just about had everybody show up today. Like, we're probably missing, I can probably think of about 2 or 3 more people that normally show up from time to time. But the whole crew has pretty much come through today, so I'm happy about that. Jay says, smash the like button, guys. Absolutely. Make sure that you press that you first press the like button. Also, if you're someone that's new that's watching, go ahead and make sure that you press the subscribe button as well. Subscribe to the channel, and then also have your notification bells turned on. And let's hope those notification bells actually start working. But absolutely. Let's see. 80 says, JB, will you be streaming the draft? And so when it comes to the draft, that I will say that's one time where normally in the draft that I do typically enjoy watching that draft with like family and friends and stuff like that. But immediately after the draft is over, because I know just about every other YouTube channel is going to be covering the draft, I start focusing on the undrafted free agents and tracking those guys down and where they're going. And then I start posting videos like crazy about the undrafted free agents and stuff. So I tend to focus on those guys. But this year, you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. I don't want to do like Roger Goodell did during the draft. I think it was the first year that we had the COVID, so he was like at his own home, and he about fell asleep on the third day of the draft. I remember watching that. Like Roger Goodell's like he's about to fall asleep, and so that was funny. Let's see. 80 says Soundwave is back. Hey man, how is Rumble? Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Jay says, I'd love JB to stream the Combine. Combine is one of my favorite things in all sports. I do love the Combine. I do love the Combine. I know that some years as of late, we have been cheated from the Combine in terms of just, the whole COVID protocols and stuff. And so some years lately, we haven't been able to have them as much as we normally do. But that being said, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that as well. Most definitely. Most definitely. So I'll definitely be looking to do that as well. All right, kickoff on the way. And so here we go, San Francisco returning the kickoff here. Look at Deebo Samuel go. And so he's going to take it all the way to about midfield, the 50. Look at that. I mean, wow. You got to hand it to him. My man is working hard here. He says, when I'm up to get paid, I want to break the bank. So he's doing everything out there. From a running back's duty to wide receiver duty to special teams duty. I wouldn't be surprised if my man goes out there and plays some type of safety or something like that at some point, or corner. Mike says JB's welcome back party. And so, absolutely. Soundwave says Rumble is good. Got that China virus, so I've been sick a bit. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. I hope that you get back to 100%, man. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Know what that's like, and that is wow, absolutely. All right, so they toss it to Mitchell off the right side there, and Mitchell picks up about 5 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up here, guys. Let's see what they do. 2nd and 5 from the 45-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Let's see. 80 says, dude, Soundwave, I wish you well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 5. Jimmy up under center. They got Jennings going in motion here. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. They're going to toss to the back. And so that's Deebo Samuel out the backfield there. They needed 5 yards. He picked up 4 yards off the left side. So now we got 3rd and 1 coming up at the Green Bay 41-yard line. Again, right now the score is San Francisco's trailing 7-0 right now. But they have the football here, and all they need is a yard to get a first down. Here in the 3rd quarter with about 13 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. For San Francisco, the game plan is always simple. Limit as much time as Jimmy Garoppolo touches the football. You want to limit that. That is always a big part of the game plan because your team wins when you do that. Fullback goes in motion. Mr. Glass takes the handoff there. Well, he's going to hand it off there, and it's going to be Mitchell off the left side there. He picks up 5 yards off the left guard. Now we got 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 36-yard line. Last time San Francisco was in the red zone, they ended up turning the ball over. Jimmy Garoppolo threw the ball, and it was picked off by the defensive back. Let's see if they do get in the red zone this time. Will they be able to capitalize and come away with the first points of the game? Because right now in the 3rd quarter, they're trailing 7-0. All right, so here we go. Jimmy Garoppolo's up under center here. Going to put the tight end in motion. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back in the backfield. That's Mitchell. 2 seconds on the play clock. They snap it. Toss it to Mitchell off the left side there. And Mitchell is already stumbling. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. 2nd now coming up. All right, so they call it a 1-yard gain there. So 2nd and 9 coming up here for the San Francisco 49ers at about the Green Bay 36-yard line. All right, here we go, guys. We got 3 receivers here, a tight end, a back in the backfield. They put Jennings in motion. Garoppolo's up under center. Takes it. Throws a quick pass at Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel, he does the rest. He makes a couple guys miss. And so you saw the explosiveness on the kick return. He's playing with that explosiveness. I say feed him and continue to feed him because you need someone to step up right now. And that stuff is contagious. So here we go. We're back in the red zone here. So now we've got 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 17-yard line. Again, they're trailing 7-0 here, trying to get their first points of the game. All right, they got trips towards the top of the formation. Now they motion George Kittle. So you got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel, he's going to pick up a good 5 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up at the Green Bay 12-yard line. 11 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, score still Green Bay 7, San Francisco 0, but San Francisco is here in the red zone. Let's see. Jay says, hey, y'all, we got snow at Lambeau now. And so, you better believe it. You better believe it. Soundwave says, thank you. I appreciate it, bud. All right, guys, here we go. Shotgun formation. Brandon Ayuk goes in motion. They're going to hand the ball to Mitchell. Mitchell, can he stiff arm and get away from that guy or not? And so he does not get away, but he does pick up, let's see, about a good 7 yards. However, there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what they call. Looking at that replay right there. Yeah, it's a face mask. We don't always call it on running backs there, but they're going to call it a face mask there. So that's going to back them up there. So move them back 15 yards there. So, yeah, I mean, it would have been first and goal there. Now you got to negate that. So now we got second down coming up here. 2nd and 14 coming up at the Green Bay 21-yard line after that penalty. Again, we're here in the third quarter. 10 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Facing 2nd and 14. San Francisco's trailing 7-0 to the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay needs to get a stand here and keep San Francisco at the end zone. Meanwhile, San Fran, they're going to do everything they can to get into the end zone. Jimmy's calling for the snap. Take the snap. There is a penalty. It's caught by Jennings, and Jennings makes one guy miss. Oh, he tried to use that toe work there to stay in bounds there. But there is a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. As Eddie says, the only problem I have with the combine is they don't show enough of the emergency quarterbacks. LOL. Oh, they're going to call it illegal formation. Okay, so another penalty against San Francisco. Right now, they are shooting themselves in the foot. And I don't know too much glass that can hold up against a bullet there, so they need to stop that. That is not good for them. Braden says, we got snow, let's go. Braden says, I want Mr. Glass throwing the ball. Come on, JB. I think you're about to get your wish here. After those penalties there, I think you're about to get your wish. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, 2nd and 19. He's going to go 5 wide here out of the shotgun. Jimmy Garoppolo takes the snap there. He throws it, and oh, my goodness. I saw the defensive back chase that one. I thought it was going to be picked there. If he gets in front of that one, that's a pick 6 there. But that's a 3-yard pickup right there. Yeah, I saw him take off like he was reading it. And if he gets in front of that one, he's still running right now. And if he picks it off, he's not going to stop running until he's home in time for supper, guys, because this is – wow. All right, guys, here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 16 now. Going to go 5 wide. Garoppolo has it. He throws it short to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel. Look at him go, and he's going to pick up about a good 11, 12 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down as he's about 4 yards shy of a first down. So now we got 4th and 4 at the Green Bay 11-yard line, but that means San Francisco would now be in position for a field goal to try to get their first points of the game. But I see an injured player down right now. I can't see who it is. Is that Deebo Samuel that's down? If so, that is huge. Ooh. So, yeah, that's Deebo Samuel. He's out there giving this offense some hope, and so they need him out there. I wonder if it's some back pain or something. Let's see. Jay says Samuel is such a versatile weapon for San Fran. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Braden says, yes, he is, Jay. Let's see. Jay says sometimes the ball just doesn't come out clean for Jimmy G. And so, oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Braden says Eric Stokes should have gone for the ball. He really did. He really should have. I mean, he read it like he took off at the perfect time. You got to think like a playmaker. You know, that's what makes defensive backs. That's the difference from being a good player, being a Pro Bowl player. The Pro Bowl players, they get in front of that football in a play like that. You did the hard part. You read it. You just didn't open your eyes for it. But absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Braden says Deebo is hurt. Yeah, I hope that he's okay. I really hope he's okay. I mean, he's so important to this offense. So important to this offense. Let's see. Ashak says, get off for a bit. See you later. Yeah, I appreciate the heads up, Ashak. Appreciate that. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you later. Let's see. Old man says, seeing Deebo, DK, and AJ Brown balling. Yes, every time I see one of them have success, it just hurts a little bit more. And we're stuck. We chose N'Keal Harry. That's what we chose. You said we could have had any of them. Maybe two of them. You're right. We could have stockpiled that year. We could have. But we made mistakes. That we did. Mistakes were made. Jay says, do 49ers kick a field goal here or go for it? You kick the field goal. You kick the field goal right now. It's 4-for-4. You got Mr. Glass. Mr. Glass almost shattered last time in this situation. You just go ahead, kick, especially with Deebo Samuel being hurt. You just go ahead, kick the field goal here, and make it 7-3 because your defense is playing superb right now. 3 points here, 3 points there, maybe 3 points later, and who knows? It might be enough to win. As Eddie says, JB, is Spencer Rattler watching the game? I imagine that he is. Because he's going to have to get used to it. That's what he's going to be doing in the future. He ran to South Carolina for an opportunity, yada, yada. But, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Braden says block the kick. All right, so kick is up, and the kick is good. So San Francisco connects on a 29-yard field goal attempt to make it 7-3. Green Bay's up, but San Francisco gets the first points of the second half and their first points of the game. Yes, the old man says, KG, you just lost Deebo. Don't trust Mr. Glass because he's as bad as Ryan Tannehill. And so, yeah. Oh, definitely. Mike says, Wave Sound, who is your team? And so let's see. Old man says, field goal, hey, autocorrect. And so, definitely. Most definitely. Let's see. Mike says, JB, favorite draft day memory. Ooh, my favorite draft day memory. And so, man, it would probably have to be because there have been a lot of good moments, honestly, seeing all these kids, with their families and stuff. But, wow, favorite draft memory. I usually leave the draft a little annoyed that the Patriots ignore my suggestions on who to draft. But I was pretty excited last year when we took Matt Jones, but let's see. Favorite draft memory that I can think of. I'm going to have to think on that one for a minute. Because maybe it might be my favorite draft day memory might be just sitting there watching Brady Quinn not get selected for as long as it took, and then just sitting there and laughing every time they passed on him because I did not believe in Brady Quinn, nor was I too fond of him because he went to Notre Dame. And at that time, I just was not fond of Notre Dame. So, yeah, that brought me joy to see Brady Quinn go out there and just have to struggle for a bit before Cleveland picked him up for some reason. All right, guys, but here we go. 1st and 10. Rodgers take the snap, play fake. Nick Bosa on his trail. But look at Aaron Rodgers, and so he just throws that in the way eventually. But, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's having to do his work to avoid Nick Bosa. But, yeah, that's a good question there. That's a good question. Let's see. Jay says, do you watch NASCAR, JB? I actually don't watch NASCAR, but the funny thing is I used to work for the Atlanta Motor Speedway for about a year and stuff like that. I didn't watch it. I was just there to sell tickets and stuff like that, out of job and like to get a job and get back in Georgia that was in sports. But yeah, I do not watch NASCAR. Meanwhile, Rodgers, he flings it across the middle. Oh, big time drop by the tight end because Aaron Rodgers did everything that he could on that play to extend it and give his guy a chance. And so, man, that's one you got to make. That's the play you got to make. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun here. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Rodgers take the snap. San Francisco sends the cornerback. They throw it to the back. Jones. And so Jones, he picks up 6 yards on the play. However, he is still short of the first down for the Green Bay Packers. So they will have to punt the ball back to the San Francisco 49ers. My hat's off to this defense. They've been getting better and better and better as this game goes on here. And Aaron Rodgers, all those memories of wanting out of Green Bay, I think it's hitting him right now. He is not looking too happy. It's going to come down to which defense, can keep holding the other team offense for as long as this game plays out, honestly. Punts on the way. And so, okay, that ball's caught right there by Jennings, and he makes the first guy miss. Tries to get in between two defenders, but doesn't. And he's tackled at the San Francisco 28-yard line. I am very surprised, though, of how they've been able to stop this Green Bay offense. I thought we'd see a high-scoring game, but we're here in the third quarter, and the score is Green Bay 7, San Francisco 3. And now San Francisco has the football first and 10 from their own 28-yard line, and we are now at the commercial. Let's see, 80 says, JB, shouldn't the score be higher? It really should be. It really should be higher. Like, this is crazy. Let's see, Braden says AJ Dillon is injured, and so I missed when he got injured on the play. Let's see, Mike says, oh, that was a day Brady Quinn. Everyone was right, and so I felt that way about him. I felt that way about Jimmy Clausen. I said I wouldn't draft Jimmy Clausen. I said, did you guys actually watch film on this kid? I said, this kid's terrible. I said, who would draft him? And lo and behold, the Panthers took him in round 2. I said, that's a mistake. They're going to be drafting another quarterback soon, because I was like, I don't know what they saw in him. I don't know what they saw in him. There was a kid that came out of Florida State before E.J. Manuel was drafted. There was another kid that was drafted before him. I forget who drafted him out of Florida State, but I said he's not good, and he was not good either. And so a couple of those quarterbacks, you could see the writing on the wall. They was just not good. Let's see, Mike says, that's why I think neither team can beat Brady. And so up there, you're right about that. You're right about, absolutely right about that. Let's see, Mike says, who is the guy who watches baseball? And so all right, so again, right now we're still at the commercial right now. And the score is 7-3. But San Francisco, they have the football now. They may be trailing 7-3, but both teams' defenses has been looking really good. But lately, San Francisco's defense has been elevating higher and higher. Let's see if the offense can do it. I see Deebo Samuel's out there. That's good news for the San Francisco 49ers right now. Again, we're here in the third quarter. 7 minutes and 2 seconds left to go here before the end of the third quarter. All right, here we go. Jimmy up under center. Takes it. Play fake. He steps up to avoid the rush. He throws it, and it's, oh, Jimmy, you cannot be doing these type of passes now. I mean, you're just loafing it up there. All it takes is the cornerback to make the right read and keep his eyes on the swivel, and he's going to get you. He's going to get you. Absolutely. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo's up under center here. You got a fullback and back in the backfield. Multiple tight ends, one receiver. They take the snap. They toss it to the back. Mitchell looking. Mitchell off the left side there. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. That's going to make it 3rd and 5 at the San Francisco 33-yard line. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Again, Green Bay still leading 7-3. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 5 here. We got 3 receivers, got a tight end, got a running back, motions to running back. Now we're going to go 5 wide here for Jimmy Garoppolo out of the shotgun. He takes a snap with 1 second on the play clock. Packers sending 4, pressures all around him, and he's going to go down. He's going to go down for the sack. That's a loss of 6 yards there. So we got 4th down coming up here, and that's going to be 4th and 11 here for the coming up here. Good job by the Green Bay defense to get after it. And so both of these teams have done a great job of generating pressure on the opposing quarterback in this one. So now we're going to see the punt unit come out here for the San Francisco 49ers. And so let's see, Mike says, do I know any? I mean, I know guys like, obviously there's Kyle Busch, there's Kurt Busch, there's Kyle Lawson, guys like that. And so those are the 3 that really come to mind for me because those are the ones that I hear the most or heard the most and all like that. So yeah, those are the NASCAR racers that come to mind for me. Let's see. 80 says, Mike JB loved the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt. LOL. Braden says the office is making me mad right now. And so up top, we've got to hide all tablets in the facility. All right, so right now we're at the commercial after that punt right there, and the Green Bay is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. But yeah, I mean, this offense is not Green Bay-like, and you have to wonder, how much of that is because they took that, obviously with the bye week having the first round off, gives you time to heal. But, hey, this team, they were pretty hot before that. They've got to find a way to strike up the band. I mean, they came out first drive looking good. I say now's the time to take a deep shot to Davante Adams right now. Try something like that, I mean, that's your boy. You know what it is. Meanwhile, we got another Aaron Rodgers commercial here with State Farm. But absolutely, see, Jay says, I started watching NASCAR when COVID hit because it was the only sport for a while. It's fun when you learn about it. And so I have a couple sports that I do definitely need to learn about. Most definitely. Let's see, 80 says, my favorite racers is Josh Allen. LOL. And let's see, old man says, my favorite Patriots draft moment is when we drafted Teddy B. Ooh, Teddy B. Because he's the reason I started playing football. Love me some Teddy Brew. Absolutely. I was pretty stoked when we ended up drafting Gerard Mayo, because I knew that we were going to be good at that linebacker position because at that time, our team was very slow. So I was really concerned about who's going to come in and replace your boy Teddy B. But then Gerard Mayo, he came in. That was great. I love Vince Wilfork, too. That draft where we drafted Vince Wilfork, that was a very good draft right there as well. Let's see. Mike says, everyone is out here, JB, drafting players. My Bills are drafting wins. I hear you, Mike. I hear you. You say, oh, old man, no. Let's see. Mike says, I can't stand that cocky brewski. Oh, it's so easy. And again, right now, we're still at the commercial, but the score is Green Bay up 7-3, and they have the football starting off 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line here in the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes and 28 seconds left to go, and let's see. All right, so we're returning to the action now. And so I can't believe this deep into the game, the score is just 7-3. We keep waiting to see is this the drive where Aaron Rodgers gets it together. Let's find out, but someone's going to do something with Nick Bosa coming off that edge. But here we go, shotgun formation. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, a running back. They put Jones in motion there. 3 seconds on the play clock. Rodgers takes a snap, throws it there, and it's caught by Davante Adams, and he's going to pick up 6 yards. You got to keep going to him. You have to keep going to him. You just know what he brings to the table. You can rely on him. He's technically always open, so I strongly recommend it. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 3 here. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, Green Bay's up 7-3. You got trips towards the top of the formation. They're going to toss the ball there to the back. Jones off the left side. Jones gets hit, and he's probably about half a yard shy of the 1st down. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up here. 3rd and 1 coming up at the Green Bay 37-yard line. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up here in the third quarter, 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here. Let's see what happens here. Does Green Bay get a first down here, or does the San Francisco defense step up to the cause? You've got trips towards the bottom of the screen here. Jones goes in motion. San Francisco showing pressure. They snap it. They hand it to Jones up the middle. Ooh. And so, the second push there by the lineman, that would be just enough, I think, to give them the first down there. But San Francisco defense, they had the right play call. But, great heads-up play there by Mr. Myers moving that pile. And that's the first down for Green Bay. Picked up about 2 yards on the carry. Okay, so they're saying that A.J. Dillon has a chest injury, and he is questionable to return in this one. Obviously, a guy like A.J. Dillon in a game like this, that's huge. That's huge. All right, they got Jones in the backfield. Rodgers up under center. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. They snap the ball, hand it to Jones, who goes off the right guard there, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry, taking it all the way to Green Bay's 44-yard line here. And so now we're looking at 2nd and 5 coming up. Mike says Josh Allen gives you wings. Oh, the commercials we're about to see about this from this man. Mike says, I was yelling at the TV. You said, please, Brady, don't get up. Ha, ha, ha. Wow, Mike. Wow. And you say Heineke, Florida State. Oh, that's right. Wait, hold on. I can't think of I can't think of his full name. But Jones ran it up the left guard there for 4 yards. So now we got 3rd and 1 coming up here. Green Bay committing to the run game right now. They understand the situation and know the assignment. Let's see if they can execute here. But 3rd and 1 once again. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Let's see, old man says it doesn't mean anything if you don't have those rings. You're right. Absolutely. Rodgers snaps it out the shotgun, hands it up the middle there to Jones, who goes off the right side, and it's going to be a pickup of 3 yards and a first down, new set of downs here for the Green Bay Packers. All right, so this time they're going to take him out the game here. Let's see who comes in at running back to replace him. But give him a breather there. He's carried the ball a lot on this drive. All right, so here we go, guys. Now with a different running back. I expect them to go ahead and take that deep shot now that you switched in, put in a different running back. Why not? Play fake. Rodgers is looking. Pressure all around him, but he throws it deep, and oh, what a nice catch there by Davante Adams. I love me some Davante Adams, y'all. I love me some Davante Adams. If you say, JB, you can have any receiver in the league for the Patriots, I'm taking Davante Adams. I want him right now. Well, obviously, the younger guys, they're not going nowhere. So somewhat realistically, yeah, Davante Adams. I mean, because there are some young receivers that I probably would take first, but he's probably the most realistic. Let's see, Mike says, I never knew Johnny Damon played Athletics 80s. All right, so here we go, guys. 1st and 10. And with 1 second left on the play clock, the Green Bay Packers were forced to call their first timeout. And in a game like this, obviously, if you can spare the timeouts, I get it, but you had to call it in that scenario. You had to, because this drive is so important right here for Green Bay. Let's see. 80 says, Mike, LOL. Mike says, me and Jay are in direct competition. Let's see. Mike says, Johnny or Jamie. 80 says, Damon looks like a caveman. He didn't fully evolve. 80s is brutal. 80s is brutal out here, guys. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Green Bay Packers here after that timeout. Now they've got 12 seconds on the play clock. We've got 33 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Let's see what the Packers do. Rodgers up under center. Takes it. Play fake. Rodgers bootlegging. Throws it. And it is caught by Davante Adams. Did he get both feet down? Did he get both feet down? It's incomplete. It's incomplete. But there is a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. Okay, they call holding on the defense there. That's a 5-yard penalty, and he's going to get a first down there. And so you see the snow coming down here in Lambeau Field. 27 seconds left to go. They say when it rains, it pours. Let's see what happens when it snows, guys. We need this offense to go out there and score. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Shotgun. Rodgers takes the snap, and he dumps it to the back at the backfield. But San Francisco, they were not fooled by it. They were not fooled by it, and this ends up being a 1-yard pickup. And so that should take us to the end of the third quarter. So the score right now is Green Bay 7, San Francisco 3. And we've got 1 quarter left. Someone has to win. Someone has to go home. And so you look at some of the key moments of this game. You know, when Mr. Glass himself for the 49ers, when they first made it to the goal line and he threw that costly interception, he was aiming for George Kittle. It wasn't a bad decision, but the pass itself was terrible. It was terrible, and so it was picked off. And so you cost your team some points there. But, you know, it wasn't all bad for San Francisco. You know, before the half, Green Bay had just connected on that deep pass, and then you forced a fumble there, Nick Bosa did, but Green Bay recovered it. Then the field goal attempt, that part was blocked right there by the San Francisco 49ers. In the low-scoring game, that was even more critical to block the kick right there. And then coming out the half, Green Bay got their field goal. You know, George Kittle, he made that tough sideline reception. That really got San Francisco to get going to get those 3 points there. So, well, actually, that was the drive they turned the ball over. But still, he got things guarded. Deebo Samuel, he has been huge for the San Francisco 49ers, but they need more. They need more so far in this one. I mean, look at Aaron Jones, you know, numbers right now. He's got 8 catches, 127 yards receiving, and then he's got 10 carries and 37 yards. Obviously, A.J. Dillon, he's questionable to return, so we don't know if we'll see him back in this one or not, but they can certainly use him. That is for sure. But so far in this one, Aaron Rodgers, 16 to 22, 208 yards in this one. And you also got Jimmy Garoppolo. He's 6 of 13 for 76 yards and interception. So we have not had a passing touchdown so far in this game. Let's see. Jay says, yes, we are, Mike. LOL, it's going to be a classic tomorrow between Buffalo and Kansas City. Braden says, let's go, Kenny Clark. Let's see. Mike says, Buffalo people always talking Yankees. I'd be like, please quiet. Let's see. Mike says, the Buffalo ladies like Damon, I thought. Mike says, JB and Damon, ladies love him, I hear. We'll see about I don't know about that, Mike. Let's see. 80 says, JB get the offense fired up, and so I wish I had that. I wish I could do that, but I couldn't do it for my own team. I really couldn't. So let's see. Old man says, Mr. Glass showing why he only won a Super Bowl in New England. That's right, because he was the backup. That's right. He says it still counts though to him. It still counts to him. Carson Wentz says the same thing. I got a question for you guys. If you guys had to, if you guys could build a team and they said the only requisite is you had to choose either of these quarterbacks, which quarterback would you choose? Would you choose Mr. Glass, Jimmy G, or would you choose to have Carson Wentz as your quarterback? Which one would you choose? Meanwhile, we've got Aaron Rodgers here. Okay, he's got just motion the running back out there. He takes the snap, 5 wide, throws it, and it's caught by Adams. Ooh, what a hit. What a hit by Mosley in the secondary. but it's a pickup of 5 yards there. Now we got 3rd and 4 coming up. So we got 3rd and 4 coming up here. So important 3rd down here for Green Bay. I mean, obviously, a field goal makes it a touchdown game, but you're thinking touchdown if you're Green Bay. You want a touchdown because even last time San Francisco blocked your field goal attempt. So you want a touchdown. That's what you want. You're going to go 5 wide here. So 5 wide for the Packers on 3rd and 4 here. And they take the snap from the 13. Rodgers throws it, and it is caught by Lazard. So Lazard, he's been pretty quiet today, but he gets the catch here. And that's going to be a 1st down and pickup of 6 yards, taking it to the San Francisco 7-yard line. So it's a big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Now let's see if we can get a touchdown. Last time Green Bay was here, it was the first drive of the game, and they capped it off with an A.J. Dillon run. But right now, A.J. Dillon, he's hurt, so let's see if they can get Aaron Jones perhaps to carry the load in the end zone. They take the snap, hand it to Jones. Jones off the left guard there. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. So now he's at the 5-yard line. So we've got 2nd and goal coming up here from the 5-yard line here in the 4th quarter with 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go here before the end of the game here. And Green Bay's up 7-3. And they're trying to go ahead and extend this and make this a 14-3 game. Braden says, at least it's not Baker, LOL. You're right. You're right, Braden. You are right. All right, here we go, guys. We got Rodgers up under center here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Lazard goes in motion. And up, they're gonna stop the play here. They're gonna stop the play. Yeah, that's gonna be a false start against Green Bay. That's gonna back them up 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 10. Let's see. Mike says Jim Kelly beat Steve the Berg a few years back, AFC Championship. Boom. Yeah, so after the penalty, that's going to back him up 5 yards there. And I get it. I mean, I'd move too if I had Nick Bosa across from me. As the old man says, that's what we need right now, a great middle linebacker because we are old on the defense. You're right about that. You are right about that. All right, here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun formation, there are 3 receivers on the play. Rodgers looking, throws it, and it is caught there by Jones, but he falls to the ground after the catch there. So that's going to be a pickup of 2 yards on the play. So we got 3rd and goal here from the San Francisco 8-yard line. So far on this drive, you got 12 plays, 64 yards here, and so about 8 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. So what a drive this is. But ultimately, you got to come away with some points if you're Green Bay here. You must come away with some points if you're the Packers. And preferably, you prefer a touchdown. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and goal. They're going to go 5 wide here. Can Rodgers do it? I'd be looking for Davante Adams. He takes a snap. He's looking. And, they're going to sack him. They're going to sack him once again. So they sack him one more time here, and that's going to bring him down there and then prevent them from getting in the end zone there. So now they have to go for the field goal attempt. Remember last time they got blocked. Let's see if they can convert this time. Let's see. Mike says Tim Tebow got to division games. Mike says, I was just born. I win every day. I got to bed. I'm done. Brusky. Can't stand him. It's so easy. All right, the 33-yard field goal attempt this time is good right down the middle. It is good. So the Packers extend their lead, making it a touchdown game, 10-3 here in the 4th quarter, 11 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. That's a big-time stop there by the 49ers there because Green Bay's offense was warming up, but they stalled out in the end, had a penalty there towards the end, and so, yeah, they just stalled out ultimately. And so big stand there for the San Francisco 49ers defense, and let's see what the offense can do. Mike says, Jay got nothing to say, boom. Let's see. Mike says, watch out, Jay, for Russo and Boogie. Mike is loving this. Old man says, Mike, because it was easy for him, the man was an animal. And so I love this leadership skill, and I love this heart. He played with great heart. Great heart. Absolutely. Jay says Chris Jones going to turn Josh Allen into a pancake, Mike. Let's see. Mike says, he'd be like Super Bowls. I don't see what the big deal is. So easy. And let's see. Braden says also Darnell Savage is injured. And so, yeah, all these injuries are starting to add up bit by bit. But what we do know is, because we're at the commercial still right now, Green Bay getting a field goal there. I mean, I'm amazed. I'm looking at the stats right now. And just off the stats, if you didn't tell me the scoreboard, just looking off the numbers, I would think the Packers would be up by more than this. But yet, the 49ers still have a way to still, cause some havoc and win this. But they're going to have to score a touchdown, though. Let's see if they can. They have not done it all day today. So let's see if they can. They got their first field goal in the third quarter. That's been their only points of the game. And let's see what happens. But they did make it to the goal line before. It's just Mr. Glass decided to turn it over. And let's see. Mike says, oh, shot fired, Jay. You take that back. 80 says, oh, man, Mike, Braden, and Soundwave. When is JB calling OT? It's possible. It is possible. I can see that happening. The only reason I haven't is because they have a guy by the name of Jimmy Garoppolo who prefers to throw pick sixes to touchdowns, it seems. So, but absolutely. It's very possible, though. Let's see. Mike says, and my Bills might go easy on your Chiefs. Mike is extremely confident, guys. Old man says, well, when you play for and with the two GOATs of the NFL, it is easy. Like I said, Teddy B was an animal. And so, he went after it. All right, guys, here we go. Packers about to kick things off. Again, they lead 10-3. And let's see what the 49ers do with the return. And so Deebo Samuel, he catches it. And he takes a return all the way to about the 28-yard line for San Francisco. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line here in the fourth quarter, trailing 10-3 with 11 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Will we see JBOT? That is the question. Will we see some overtime? Let's see. Braden says, hope he doesn't, 80s. Let's see. Braden says, let's go. All right, here we go, guys. You got Jimmy up under center here. Got a fullback back in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion, takes a snap. Going to hand it to Mitchell off the left side there. He has some room, and he's going to pick up about a good 8 yards on the carry. It's going to make it 2nd and 2 coming up with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. If you're Green Bay, now is the time where you have to make sure that you continue to stop the run, because as time goes on here in the fourth quarter, you're going to get tired and tired and tired. That persistence of San Francisco, this is where they probably can start to open it up on the ground game. All right, here we go, guys. We got multiple tight ends, one receiver, got a fullback back in the backfield. And they hand it to the fullback there up the middle. Look at him go. I mean, I haven't seen a fullback move like that since like Mike Allscott running the ball for San Francisco. I mean, for the Buccaneers back in the day. This the old man says, I'm telling, I want Green Bay versus Kansas City. A-Rod leaves after winning it with a big F you to the Packers management. And so, hey, I want that same moment in terms of just him being able to get that Super Bowl and then, just go ahead and do your thing. Do your thing. All right, here we go. Jennings goes in motion here. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back. Jimmy Garoppolo's looking, and he's going to throw it up there, and it's caught by Mitchell, but he loses a yard on the play. And so, yeah, Mitchell's not too happy about taking that hit. And so, yeah, that time they got to the glass that time, and he just threw it up there. I'm telling you, the passes that he's making, an elite corner would definitely jump some of these passes. And if you jump a pass like that, that's a pick six. But here we go. 2nd and 11 here for Jimmy out of the shotgun. Deebo Samuel goes in motion. They take the snap. Jimmy's looking. And Jimmy throws it to the ground to get rid of it. Incomplete. Incomplete. So now we got 3rd and long. 3rd and 11 coming up here from the San Francisco 48-yard line. Can the Green Bay defense get a stand here and get the ball back to their offense? Let's see. Braden says, you called it, JB. Mike says Brad Johnson. Let's see. Mike says Christian. That's the kid. Christian Ponder. That's the kid. Yes, I said that kid's going to be awful. Minnesota drafted him, I think. Yeah, I said that kid's going to be terrible. I said, do they not watch ACC football? You know, because my dad was a huge Hurricanes fan. So I was always watching, you know, a lot of what Florida State did. My brother was a Florida State fan. I was like, that kid's terrible. He was below average at college. He really wasn't that good. They were desperate for some quarterbacks that year. Him, Jake Locker, guys like that. I didn't know what they were thinking drafting those guys. I was like, maybe the scouts know more than what I'm seeing. All right, guys, but here we go. 3rd and 11 here. In the 4th quarter, 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. San Francisco with the football. They're trailing 10-3. Can Jimmy Garoppolo come up big here on 3rd down? They get trips towards the bottom of the formation. They put Jennings in motion now. They snap the ball. Jimmy's looking. Packers send 4. He throws it across the middle, and it's caught by George Kittle. George Kittle picks up 24 yards, taking it all the way to the Green Bay 28-yard line. How about that? How about that? Heck, I could look like a great quarterback if I threw the ball to George Kittle all the time. But what a play on 3rd down. You dialed it, and it worked. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Let's see. Old man says, hopefully, JB, we can trade for Kyle Ridley. I say give them the Kill Harry and Nelson for a draft pick and a draft pick. I agree. I would love that. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel off the right side. He picks up 5 yards on the play. So we got 2nd and 5 at the Green Bay 23-yard line. Can they tie this up? We have yet to have a tie ball game since Green Bay scored in their first drive here. Can San Fran score a touchdown and tie it up? Or will the 49ers make a mistake, or will this drive stall out? We'll find out. But there's 8 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. We got about 5 seconds left on the play clock. Jimmy's up under center here, multiple tight ends, 1 receiver. Snaps the ball, handed to the back, and he's going to get brought down for a loss on the play. That's a loss of about 2 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and 7 coming up at the Green Bay 25-yard line. Can this Green Bay defense stand? This Green Bay defense, they've been carrying this team all game long. Can they continue to make the plays that matter the most? That's what it takes. There are games throughout a playoff where sometimes your defense must win it for you. This is that game for Green Bay. Can their defense do it, or will San Francisco and Jimmy G find a way to tie it up here? Let's find out. But here we go, 3rd and 7. They need 7 yards here. We got about 7 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Jimmy in the shotgun. Running back goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. They snap the ball, and they throw it to Jennings up the middle, but nice tackle there to prevent him from getting the first down. He's about a yard shy on the play. So now we got decision time here. 4th and 1. I feel like 4th quarter, 6 minutes and 40 seconds, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. You have to go for it. But let's see who wins. This Green Bay defense, they've been pretty stout today. Let's see who wins this battle, guys. 4th and 1. Who do you think wins this battle? 80s, I appreciate the super chat again, friend. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Absolutely. And I'll get to the comment in a second here after the play. But here we go, guys. 4th and 1. Jimmy Garoppolo snaps it, hands it to the back. In the back. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. And so San Francisco, they run out of gas on the highway here, and they're unable to get 1 yard for a first down. How about that Green Bay defense? How about that defense? Up the middle. And Mitchell lost a yard on the play. Wow. What a play. and Jimmy is looking cross-eyed after that one. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Green Bay from their own 20-yard line when we come back from the commercial. But let's see. Yeah, 80s, appreciate that super chat again. And you say, JB, at the start of the 4th quarter, I'm cracking open a bottle of Jack Daniels Santa Select, $175 a bottle in honor of you, my friend. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And so 80s is a big spender, guys. I mean, I appreciate that. Wow. Absolutely. Braden says he would take Carson Wentz. And so, okay, bet. I would be like, can I possibly still get Nick Foles as my backup if I do go with the option of Carson Wentz? Is that an option? Mike says Wentz. Let's see. Braden says, got to score a touchdown there. And so, oh, yeah, they should have had a touchdown. But at least the way the defense is playing, honestly, a field goal would probably be enough at this point to ice it, especially if you take some time off the clock. Ultimately, you want a touchdown, and you want this offense to crank up because you know odds are you know who will be coming to town most likely if he can take care of business against the Rams, and 10 points ain't going to be enough to beat them. So, yeah, absolutely. Braden says the other A-Rod is in the stands. It's an A-Rod, the A-Rod thing. I guess they support each other. Mike says, apology now, Jay, and my Bills might not beat you Chiefs too bad. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, man, Mike is loving this. Braden says, happy the Vikings drafted Ponder. And so that left me to ponder why they drafted Christian Ponder. You know, like that. It just didn't. I wouldn't have done it. I promise I wouldn't have did it. I would not have did it. Now, I'll admit there were times that I would have made mistakes, like when the Raiders drafted Darren McFadden. I would have made the same mistake because the year before, Adrian Peterson, he looked like gold. I would have thought that Darren McFadden was the same thing. Maybe if it wasn't for injuries, maybe he would have been. You never know. So I would have been wrong about that scenario for sure. Let's see, 80 says, Mike Kittle, catch. Mike says, Vikings draft players, my Bills draft wins. Also, now Mike is throwing shades at the Vikings now. There's no end now. Here we go. Rodgers up under center here. 3 receivers, tight end back in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball there to Jones, and Jones off the right side. He picks up about a yard on the play. This is the time where they really, really miss A.J. Dillon. Right now, I see a pair of 49ers currently down right now. Yeah, there are 2 49er players down right now that the medical staff's going to check out right now. So I imagine that's where they're going to leave things at right now. Here in the 4th quarter with 5 minutes and 56 seconds left to go, facing 2nd and 8. Green Bay's leading 10-3, and they're thinking we want to score something to make it a 2-score game. Mike says, honestly, we might go easy on you, Chiefs, if you apologize. Okay, I already read that one. Let's see. 80 says, Mike. Let's see. 80 says, Mike, did you see Josh Allen at the McAfee show? It's a good old Pat McAfee. Mike says 99-yard Jimmy G. That's kind of as good as Montana. Braden says, let's go D. I mean, hey, that Packers defense, they've been superb. And the 49ers defense has been outstanding as well. It's just Jimmy threw that interception. That's the difference in this game. He threw that interception, and it cost him. Mike says, dang, 80s didn't know the forecast called for rain. Let's see. Soundwave says, night, guys. Wish y'all well. Not feeling that great. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Hey, I appreciate you, and I'm hoping that you're getting better, Soundwave. But, yeah, appreciate you for continuing to come through, man. And, yeah, looking forward to seeing you next time. You rest up, get better, man. But thank you again for coming through and supporting the stream. And, yeah, looking forward to when you let me know in the future that you're feeling better. Most definitely. Most definitely. Absolutely. And yeah, guys, make sure you guys are pressing the thumbs up as well, guys. You know, as we are here in the 4th quarter with about 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And obviously, this game is still, anybody's game right now. And that's all you can hope for, especially after some of the games we saw this playoffs. We won't go into details here for the respect of us Patriot fans, but still, we just glad to see a competitive game right now. All right, guys, here we go. Getting ready to come back from the commercial any second here. Again, the score is Green Bay 10, San Francisco 3. Green Bay has the football facing 2nd and 8 from their own 23-yard line. We had 2 players for the 49ers injured. But, there's about 5 minutes and 56 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter before this is over. And you got San Francisco with 3 timeouts. You got Green Bay with 2 timeouts to work with. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 8. So you're going to line up in the shotgun here. You got 1 tight end, 3 receivers, 1 running back. 2nd and 8. They snap the ball. 49ers send pressure. And, I've seen that pass completed a million times between both Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. But that time, it was incomplete. He was going against Josh Norman. And Josh Norman, he's going to grab somebody. So it was just enough to where it was incomplete. So we got 3rd and 8 coming up here. 3rd and 8. Jay says Niners absolutely still have a chance. And so, most definitely. And this is a big 3rd down right here, guys. A big 3rd down. I expect the Niners to send pressure because I know I would. But here we go, 3rd and 8. Rodgers take the snap. The Niners do send pressure. And so, they get him for the sack. And that is Armstead there who brought him down for the sack for the San Francisco 49ers defense. And so now Green Bay will punt the ball back to San Francisco. But the good news for Green Bay is that your defense, they've been playing lights out. You have to trust them, I feel. You have to trust the defense. But you are angry that your offense, your call, who many people like myself consider to be the MVP of the league this year, that, the game of this magnitude, your opponent has 3 points and they're still in the game in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. I'm telling you that it's blocked. The punt is blocked. I can't believe it. A blocked punt. And he picked it up for a touchdown. Wow. Who says you need an offense to score in this game? Wow. Special teams coach, pack your bag. You may not make it regardless of what happened with this team. We're getting field goals blocked. We got a punt blocked. Wow, what a play. Things just got interesting, guys. Can you say it with me? JB&M, y'all think? JB&M? Wow. Braden says he missed him there. Let's see the kick, and the extra point is good. So we're all tied up there thanks to the block punt. It's 10-10 right now in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. Now, Aaron Rodgers, now it's on you, man. I defended you this year. I said this year it's going to be different for you. You got to go out there and you got to win this game now. I thought the defense would be able to hold them off, but it's not their fault. It was the special teams and stuff. But, hey, you got to go out there now. You got to make it do what it do. But Mike says Green Bay snow is nothing. Braden says no. Man, Jay says, oh, my gosh. I mean, just when you think that the defense can probably secure things, oh, my goodness. I'm surprised I don't see Aaron Rodgers on that sideline right now trying to strangle somebody on that special teams because that's huge. That's huge right there. Now, you still obviously, you got 4 minutes and 41 seconds. You got 2 timeouts to work with. You can run the ball. You can pass the ball. The problem is San Francisco's defense has been just as amazing as Green Bay's defense. So, wow. Wow. Let's see. Mike says, Bills cut that kicker. Mike says, bad snap. Let's see. Braden says, I'm in shock right now. I mean, this is some new development right there, Braden. I am worried for us right now. I mean, I am worried. I still believe that Aaron Rodgers can do this, but I am highly concerned. Highly concerned. Meanwhile, we got the return here by Green Bay. Let's see what happens. He's at the 20, 25, still on his feet to about the 29-yard line. So, okay, so what we need from Green Bay here, we need Aaron Rodgers to have his best drive of the game. Touchdown, field goal, score something here. But you've got to score now. You have to score now. But for the first time all game, guys, we are all tied up, and we might have a JBOT here in the playoffs, guys. Braden says no JB, so he says it's not going to be any type of JBOT tonight. Mike says Armstead, good guy is good. What's his name? And so your Armstead, absolutely. Meanwhile, Rodgers makes Nick Bosa miss. He's still running, looking. He throws it away. That's all he could do in that play was throw it away, live to see another down. 2nd and 10 coming up here in the fourth quarter. Wait a second. There is a penalty. There is a penalty. Hold everything. 80 says JB counting teams out. JB would never do such a thing. Never. So an eligible player illegally downfield. So that's going to be on the offense. So that's a 5-yard penalty. So back them up. Now we're looking at 1st and 15. Now it's not the time to start shooting yourselves in the foot right now, Green Bay. You've done this all regular season long. Oh, man. So here we go. 1st and 15 here. This is where you got to show that you guys have grown since last year. You know, situations like this. Shotgun formation. Rodgers has it. Rodgers throws it. It's caught by Adams. And Adams, he immediately gets brought down by 2 defenders, picks up 4 yards in the process. We got 2nd and 11 coming up here. They're going to need some more catches from Adams here. All right, so 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We're all tied up 10-10. Green Bay with the football, 2nd and 11 from their own 28-yard line. Lining up in the shotgun. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. 49ers send 4. Rodgers in the pocket, throws it. And, dangerous pass there, incomplete. In the direction of Randall Cobb there. He had a chance, but so did the defensive back on that one. Got a hand up, deflected it. So now we got 3rd and 11 coming up here. Key 3rd down here. Key 3rd down, regardless of the team that you're rooting for. If you're rooting for San Francisco, you want to get the stop here and have a chance to get the football with an opportunity to try to take the lead for the first time today. It's all tied up here. Things are getting crazy. Let's see what happens. Ooh, so 3rd and 11, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. Rodgers out of the shotgun, takes it. Rodgers going to go deep in the double coverage. And, Adams. Incomplete. Incomplete. No penalties or nothing. That's a good coverage on that one. So now the Packers will punt the ball here. And let's see if this time, if the punt unit can protect so the punter can punt the ball. All right, so we got 4th and 11 here. They're going to stop this play, which means it's another penalty on the offense. Now it's not the time to be making these mistakes. I mean, it's going to back them up 5 yards here. So now they're going to punt the ball here to the 49ers after backing up 5 yards. We're looking at 4th and 16 here from their own 23-yard line. Jay says Green Bay is beating themselves right now. Punt's on the way. And so San Francisco's going to return it here. He's at the 20, 25, 30. Gets tripped up at the 29-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers from their own 29-yard line. And finally, they have the football and not trailing. It's all tied up 10 apiece here. And, hey, this has been one heck of a game. And he says JB said the score would be in the 30s. Hi, he said he's cray. Wow. I will admit I was wrong about that aspect. Definitely. No words for that one. Let's see. Braden says, I got no words. Jay says, I thought it would be in the 30s too, 80s. There you go. So it's not crazy. It's not crazy. But right now, if I'm Green Bay and I'm a defensive back, I'm thinking I'm jumping a pass here, and I'm going to get myself a pick 6 here if I'm Green Bay. But let's see. Jimmy looking. Jimmy throws, and it's caught by George Kittle. And George Kittle picks up 12 yards and a 1st down. So now we got 1st and 10 from the 49ers, 41-yard line. Again, all they need is a field goal to win this game, depending on how much time is left, of course. Let's see. Eddie says, Jay, me too, but I like giving JB shit. And so, we know. Braden says we're shooting ourselves in the foot here. All right, here we go, guys. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here. We're all tied up 10 apiece. 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Jimmy G up under center. Going to toss the ball to the back. Mitchell off the left side there. And so Mitchell's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry off the left end there. And so that's going to be 2nd and 6 now at the San Francisco 45-yard line. And so Robbie Gould, he's been doing it for a hot minute, guys. Look at that. In the postseason, he is 19 of 19 in field goals. That's when you need him the most. His career long in the playoffs is 54 yards. All right, so San Francisco is content running this one all the way to the 2-minute warning, guys. So we have 2-minute warning coming up here, and we're all tied up 10-10 right now. But San Francisco with the football here facing 2nd and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Jay says San Fran can take their time on this drive. No need to rush. You know, it's like a certain guy would say, RELAX. Just relax. That's exactly what they can do on this drive. Jay says 2-minute, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to be the NFC Championship game? Who is going to go? That is the question, guys. You see the score. It's 10-10. Who do you guys got winning? I'm going to stay strong and stay here with Green Bay and say that Jimmy Garoppolo makes an interception on this drive that costs the Niners a chance to win and something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take that route here so I can stick with my original pick and go with Green Bay here. I got you, Braden. I'm going to be right here with you regardless of what happens here, you know. But, yeah, who do you guys have now that the score is all tied up 10-10, and now that we know that both of these teams are not going to score in the 30s? As the old man says, he's got the Packers. And so, okay. So we still believe in his team. I mean, because Jimmy is capable of throwing that interception that's costly, that's going to cost you when you don't need it. You know, he has that Carson Wentz type of ability. So we'll see. Jay says, I'm going to say 49ers will win. They're going to kick a game-winning field goal. So Jay says the Niners go ahead, get in the field goal range. Jimmy doesn't get inside his own head, and they take care of business. That's very fair as well. Very fair as well. Braden says, I don't know anymore. I'm in complete shock. And so I understand that, Braden. Believe me, I understand that. I'm hoping that your team can come through. But we're going to see how things play out once we come back from the commercial here. But we got 2 minutes left. Again, Green Bay has 2 timeouts. San Francisco has 3 timeouts. But here we go, guys. Someone is going to win this game here. It's just a matter of who. Will it be the Niners? Will it be the Packers? That has been the question that we've been asking since we saw this matchup, and we're going to find out who's going to win. Let's go. Jimmy out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. Jimmy's looking. He throws it to Deebo Samuel, who came out the backfield, and he takes it all the way to the 41-yard line of Green Bay, picked up 14 yards on the play. That's a big-time completion there. 1:45 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Jay says, this is feeling tense. So much on the line. So much for both of these coaches, their fan bases. It's not okay just to make the playoffs. They need to see some wins. You know, we saw what happened last year at Green Bay. So for them, the expectation is Super Bowl or bust. Same with the 49ers. You know, that's why they went out there and drafted Trey Lance. They thought for a situation like this, in case they need him, they're thinking Super Bowl. They tossed the ball to Deebo Samuel, and off the right side, he picks up 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up at the Green Bay 38-yard line. Right now, more than ever, Green Bay needs this defense to come up big once again. They call their 2nd timeout now. 1:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, guys, we are all tied up here in the fourth quarter, 10-10. But San Francisco is 2nd and 7 at the Green Bay 38-yard line here. And, of course, they're trying to get in the field goal range, and they've got all 3 timeouts to work with, and 1:10 left on the clock. You look at the yards they have this half. They have 143 yards for the 49ers. Packers just 58 yards in this half. If you told me that, I'd have said, well, I guess they must have put Jordan Love in the game if you'd have told me they only had 58 yards in the second half. But this is very, very surprising here. But, hey, this Green Bay defense, they played great today, and they just got to make a few plays here. Make a few plays. Let's see if they can. 2nd and 7. Jimmy up under center. Let's see, you got 2 tight ends, 2 receivers back in the backfield. I'm sorry, they put Mitchell in motion here, and they toss it to Deebo Samuel, and he's met. He's met. He got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. The clock is stopped, so Green Bay calls their 3rd and final timeout of regulation. Let's see. Mike says, I'm team JB and Josh Norman. Rolling with the Joshes, I see. Jay says, the total yards difference this half is huge. Green Bay only 58 yards this half. That is mind-boggling right there. And none of my wildest analytics ideas would I have projected just 58 yards. If we had to run this game back, I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't project just 58 yards in the second half. I wouldn't do it. Because in fantasy football, that's my quarterback there, Aaron Rodgers in fantasy football. So, I mean, he always comes through. All right, guys, with an important 3rd down here, 3rd and 7 here at the Green Bay 38-yard line. So we've got 3 receivers, you got a tight end, and a running back. We're in a shotgun formation here. This time, San Francisco calls a timeout. That's their first timeout. They want to talk things over, make sure they understand the situation here. Everybody knows the assignment. Let's figure it out here. Old man says, I need Bucks and Kansas City to win tomorrow. Come on, Green Bay. Yes, I am. I'm like, come on, Green Bay. But we are all tied up 10-10 right now. 1:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see. Old man says, if Mr. Glass, a.k.a. Jimmy G, wins this, we, a.k.a. Patriot fans, won't ever hear the end of it. And so You're right about that. Jay says, and Green Bay can't feel good about their kicking chances right now. Bad special teams today. And so, oh yeah, special teams has let them down. They have, but they need this defense to make a play. Jimmy snaps it, hands it to Deebo Samuel off the right side. He's still on his foot, and that's going to be a first down. He picks up 9 yards. And so that was huge. That may have been the one that breaks the camel's back. And so Deebo Samuel right now, he seems he's hopping off right now. Wow. That's a big-time play by Deebo Samuel right there. 25 seconds left to go here. They're going to line up here. One receiver, multiple tight ends, got a fullback in the backfield. They're going to hit the Mitchell there, and he's going to go off the right side there before being brought down. And so San Francisco will use their second timeout. So with their second timeout call, they've got 13 seconds left to work with in the fourth quarter. So ultimately, it's looking like it's going to come down to a field goal here. So Green Bay's season, will it come to an end here? Or will San Francisco give them the gift, a late gift, but a gift? We'll find that out. But wow. Wow. Braden says he's pissed right now. Oh, man, I am so nervous for you, Braden, right now. So nervous for you. All right, here we go. Jimmy G is going to line up under center. We got 13 seconds, so whatever they do, it's got to be quick. Then they got to call a timeout. They snap the ball, hand it to the up back, and the up back goes off the right side there. He picks up about a yard or two on the play, so now we've got third down, and there's about 3 seconds on the clock. Okay, 4 seconds on the clock. They call it their final timeout. So there's going to be no such thing as icing the kicker or anything like that. It's just going to be straight up, line up, kick the field goal, and then go from there. So it's going to come down to Robbie Gould. If Robbie Gould makes it, the San Francisco 49ers will return to the NFC Championship game. But if he misses, then we'll have to light up the JB&M. So what do you guys think? Will he make it? Will he miss it? Let me know. Let's see. 80 says, JB called Green Bay. What is happening? All right, so here we go, guys. 45-yard field goal attempt. San Francisco 49ers. For the game, for the win, to advance. Kick is up. And it is right down the middle, and it is good. And just like that, the San Francisco 49ers will advance. And unfortunately for Green Bay, their season is done. Wow. On the road, in the snow, the 49ers defense held strong and the offense came through when they needed it the most. Or should I say the special teams came through. 13-10. That is the final score. Wow. Hate that happened to you guys, Braden. Absolutely hate that happened to you guys. But congratulations to the 49ers on moving on here to the NFC Championship game. They deserved it. 2 straight road wins here. And so, wow, just wow. 80 says, Braden, what is happening? He says he's drunk. He says we're choking, 80s. And so let's see. Old man says, imagine 49ers versus Bucks. Brady wanted to go to the 49ers. They said, no, we good with Jimmy G. He was so pissed about it. Brady would drop a 50 burger on them just for fun. Yeah, just for fun. And so, man, there goes my prediction out the window. Man, Jay says 49ers showed so much grit the final drive. Jimmy G made it count when they needed him. And so that he did. But it wasn't just Jimmy. It was also that special teams that came through. The defense played great. Everybody did their role. They knew their assignment. They came through, and they walking out with the W now. But, hey, let's see. Braden says, I don't have anything to say. And so, yeah, Braden, this is tough. This is tough. Mike says, wow. Mike says they are really gonna beat Brady. LOL. We're assuming that the Rams won't get it done. I see. Mike says, thanks, JB, for the call. Good night, all. Yeah, appreciate you guys. And hey, I'll be back out tomorrow again, to see the Bills and the Chiefs matchup. Looking forward to it and stuff like that. That's that game's going to be like, I know it's 6-something Eastern time, so it'll be a little bit earlier than this one. But, yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. You guys have a great night. Don't party too hard. 80s. Don't drink too much. And, yeah, see you guys again tomorrow. But appreciate all the support. It was great to come back. And so, yeah, it was a good game, went down to the wire, and these are exactly what you hope for in the playoff, to see a good game like this. And so, old man says, damn it, here comes more of the Patriots should have traded for Jimmy G to start. It's coming. It's coming. Old man says, Jay, I need your Kansas City to win tomorrow. Please win. And so Jay says, both games ended with a game-winning kick today. And so, yes, absolutely. Old man says, glad you feel better, JB. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. But yes, guys, thank you guys so much. Gonna go ahead and end the stream here. But today was a great day for football. It was a great day for football. And tomorrow, I got a feeling it could be something special. It really can be. But we'll see how things play out, guys. But, yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. And once again, just want to give a final shout-out to all the San Francisco 49er fans, all of them for advancing, and also for Green Bay fans. You guys had a great season, all of that stuff. Best of luck in the offseason in terms of how Aaron Rodgers, whatever happens with that scenario. And then earlier today, Cincinnati Bengal fans, shout out to you guys as well and what you guys did there. And Tennessee fans, I kind of warned you guys this might happen, but yeah, a good year nonetheless for Tennessee. And hey, get healthy for next year and make the right moves and see what happens next year. Absolutely. Jay says, great stream as always, JB. Yeah, thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much. Good luck to your team tomorrow. I'm going to be rooting for your Kansas City Chiefs. And then my dad, he's going to be rooting for the Buffalo Bills there to make sure that, he support Mike as well. So I said, I'll go ahead and go for the Chiefs. He go for the Bills, all that stuff. So absolutely. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Going to go ahead and end the stream here. But yeah, you guys take care. See you again tomorrow.